What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Grab this out of here real quick. Do I need a watch? Tom Dog out here treating watches like they nothing, like it's a Casio out here. What's going on, family? How y'all feeling today? What's the word? What's the word? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? It's Tuesday, August 11th, 2026, year of our Lord. Let me give a round of applause for everybody that made it in another day. Another day, another dollar, another opportunity to do great things. What up? What up, friends and family? First, let me apologize, all right? I got to apologize because let me tell you why the show is starting later today in particular, because I had earmarked it for like 9:05 Eastern, and then it's starting a little bit later today, and it's because I got caught up trying to help somebody, man. Got caught up trying to help somebody. That's the thing. When you take public transportation, which is something that I try to do at least 60% of the time, at least 60% of the time you take public transportation, you're going to run into situations where people need help. It just is what it is. People need help all the time. And so shout out to everybody. I got a new series actually that I'm starting, but I don't really want to go too much in detail with it because it is what it is. It's going to expand. I'm going to do a little bit of a test real quick, and then I'm going to break it out even more. But I got a new series that I'm rocking with. I got a new series that I'm creating, and I'm not going to tell you what the name of it is, but it'll be coming to the After Hours platform. So I'm working on something new that I think that you guys are going to absolutely love and absolutely like. And I think it's going to be dope. I think it's going to be absolutely dope. But yeah, man, I try to take public transportation as much as I can. I run into people all the time. I'm dealing with people all the time. And I was on a people mover and I was actually recording a video for the Patreon. I was re-recording a video that I thought that I was going to drop yesterday, but it didn't turn out right. So I was re-recording this video for the Patreon. And a guy, he was just riding the people mover with me. And so he was like, he waited till I got done, and it was a black guy, and he waited till I got done, and he said, "Hey man, can you help me out?" So I'm used to people usually asking me for money or whatever, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "I need to be able to get to this particular courthouse." Now in Detroit, the different courts and the different jails and stuff like that have moved, and so he was like, "Yeah, man, this is the address." And he not from here. He actually stayed in Ypsilanti, which is a little bit closer to University of Michigan. But anyways, long story short, so he was like, yo, he showed me the paper. He said he had went to one court. He said he used all of his money. He didn't have no phone. He used all of his money. He had a ankle monitor. He used all of his money to get down here. He didn't have money. He didn't have no phone. He didn't have nothing. He was like, yeah, I'm trying to get to this court. And then he tried to call his caseworker, and he couldn't get in touch with the caseworker. And so I'm like, all right, cool, bro. So I gave him the money that I had in my pocket. I think I gave him like $60, $80, something like that. And I'm like, you ain't got no money, bro? And he's like, nah. So that's usually what happens. That's why I got to carry around money, because I have to give the money to the people. That's why I say I tap to the streets. So I wound up giving him the money that I had in my pocket, and I called him an Uber because I'm like, I ain't gonna be able to get to the studio on time. So then I called him an Uber, and I told y'all I was gonna start wearing my meta glasses, and I just so happened to have my meta glasses on. So I wound up calling him an Uber, And so I'm like, yo, I need you to take him here. And then I gave him some money, put it in his pocket. Then I met some more people that was on the train once I jumped on the queue line. And so they needed some help. And so I had to give her some money. And then she worked at the zoo, but she didn't have no money to be able to get to the zoo. It's a lot of people that need help out here, bro. It's a lot of people need help. Every day being in the inner city. Is the new light too light? Robert Blakeney? Is the light too light for y'all, or should I turn it down, or what? Because I actually like the light being kind of bright because it actually gives you a really good perspective on a show. It's a lot of people that really need help out here. A lot. A whole lot. And I will tell y'all that if you have the resources to be able to help people and do something nice for people and be able to... My mic is low? Is my mic low? I didn't think my microphone was low. If you have the resources to be able to help people, and I run into people every single day. Every day. And I'm actually clearing my TikTok and my daily activities and my daily run-ins and conversations with people. You'll actually be able to see that on TikTok. I'm removing everything now for the TikTok. And I'm going to clear everything off of Instagram. Instagram going to be something completely different also. But if you have money, and I'm not talking about people that's regular, people that have middle class, people that have just regular jobs. If you have money, if you have resources, you need to be more engaged. You need to be less disconnected, and you need to be more engaged with the people. I'm not telling y'all that y'all can't stunt. I'm not telling y'all that y'all can't run up a bag. I'm not telling y'all that y'all can't buy y'all jewelry. I'm not telling you that you can't buy your cars. But I'm just saying, if you really are about that life, then I think you need to be doing just as much helping as you is stunting. Just as much as you spend your time, all of this stunting, man, y'all go and get a section for $5, $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20,000. And then your people is on the corner asking you for help, and you don't even want to give them $5. How y'all getting all of this money and y'all not helping people, bro? How these dudes stunting? Everybody running up a bag, everybody doing it, everybody running up and taking care of business. And see, I know what they say. I know what they say. They say, yo, you shouldn't talk about the nice things that you do. You shouldn't do all of that or whatever. Nah, we not doing that no more. I'm talking about it. I'm sharing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing all of that. I'll show you something right now. No, honestly, bro, what's the point of buying all of this stuff? And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy nice stuff and you shouldn't do the stuff that you want to do. But what's the point if it doesn't also help somebody else? If you're not also having balance and being able to help somebody else, what's the point? Y'all getting all of this money, but you can't do nothing for nobody else. You ain't out making sure that people is cool. Even the dope dealers back in the day, bro. The dope boys back in the day, at least they made sure that the people in the streets was good. I don't even think that these people really are in the city like that. But again, I got a new series and new stuff here. I'll share with y'all some of what I'm talking about. I don't even think I can play it right. Let me see if I can get this showing right. All right, he'll be here in like 3 minutes. I'm gonna wait with you. That way I'll be able to make sure that the Uber driver will know where to take you and stuff like that. You said you forgot your phone and everything? All right, no worries, big dog. I got you, bro. What made you jump on the people mover? I ain't even know that I was gonna take it today, and I just so happened to run into you.
Somebody just told me, because I was sitting over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cutie. And then I asked the dude, and he said, you can just take the people mover. So I took it, got off at, where was it? I want to say, no, it was past me. I forget the stop.
Yeah.
Got directed towards a different courthouse, and that was the wrong courthouse. Then they gave
I got you. I got you. Well, if they gave you this one, hopefully they gave you the right one. So you got any money and anything on you, bro? There you go, man.
I spent it all on the bus ticket here. I'm like, once I get here, I'll navigate, find my way. But I just got to get out here.
Here's 60, bro. We get you. No problem, big dog.
And then my tether going off.
No.
I just made it out.
Yeah. I don't want nothing to happen, so we're gonna make sure that you're straight.
Anton Daniels.
Yeah.
All right, Joshua.
Nice to meet you, bro. So, anyways, I ain't gonna keep going into it. Like I said, I'm gonna create an entirely new series. Based off of my daily interactions and the things that I see in the street every day. Again, because I just think that people need to see what people are really going through in real life. Honestly, I just think that people need to see what people are really dealing with in real life. And so when I tell stories a lot of times of stuff that I see and things that I experience and the different things that I see on a regular basis, a lot of people be like, oh man, how come you always see this stuff every day? It's because I see it every day. It's because I really do see it every day. And I have to make sure that I stop at the bank every day so that I can get some money, because I know that it's going to be some people along the way that I run into that need help. That's just the way that it is. So I just, I pray that my life, I pray that the things that I do in my life help people, leave people in a better space had I not been here, and that I can some way, shape, or form change the trajectory of somebody's life in a positive way. I don't know, man. That's why I don't pay no attention. And even when people talk negatively about me sometimes, I don't watch it because I know what my life is really like. I know what I deal with and what I see and what I interact with in real life. And people are going through it. It's funny you say that, DJ Ace Productions. You said you get it back tenfold and not expecting it in return. I don't even need nothing. I don't even want nothing. I don't even think that there's anything else that I could ever ask for. I am blessed beyond belief. I have more than I've ever asked for from God. There's not another thing that I can ask God for that he has not already blessed me with, that he has not already given me, that he has not already ensured that I'm straight. God loves me. God have loved on me my entire life. He's protected me. He's looked out for me. And so, you know, when you do for people, I don't expect it in return. I just think that it's the right thing to do because people need you. And I would hope that if I was ever in a situation where I was in need, that people would treat me the same way that I treat other people. Like Lamborghinis and stuff, like that's fun. That was something that was a check mark off my list, because something that I grew up always wanting. But that's not life. That's not the goal in life in general. That may be a goal, a side quest, but that's not what your goal in life should be. Your goal in life, again, my goal in life, I'll just tell you what my goal in life is, and it's to be to be a blessing and to leave this earth in a better space had I not been here. That's my goal in life. And so I have fun and we talk about stuff and we argue and we do all of that. But ultimately, it's what you do outside that I think that really matters. I will say this also before we get into the show, that I've changed my schedule and it's been a game changer for me. Let me give myself a round of applause. Let me say this. Let me tell you what my schedule has been, all right? Then we gonna wing it. We're going to get into the show and we're going to deep dive. All right? This is the schedule that works for me. And I'm going to tell you why this works for me. This is not going to work for everybody. I had to think real quick and I was like, yo, I can't sleep. I got insomnia. I took this sleep test, all of this stuff. I can't figure it out. What is wrong with my brain? What is wrong with me, right? And I was thinking about it and I prayed about it and I was like, God, what is happening or whatever? And I was just kind of chilling and I was on the queue line and I was by myself. And this was the other day. This was late last week. And he gave me what I needed. And so I tested it out and it's working beautifully. I feel incredible. I've been sleeping like a baby. But this is what he reminded me of. And all of the times that I've made a transformational leap in my life, whether it be in business, or I came up with a new site, or I had this great idea, or I implemented something, for whatever reason, it always came at night. I work so well at night. I'm productive. I can get stuff done. I get my recordings. I can do all of my editing. Everything in my life that I've ever done that it seemed like I've done transformational is come at night. But I've adapted because when I went into corporate America, I knew that I had to have a day shift schedule. And so I learned to adapt to operate in the daytime instead of operating at night like a vampire, because that was the time that I actually had to be in the work. But I don't do good in the daytime like that. Like from like 2 p.m. to like 9 p.m., I'm no good, bro. I'm no good. I'm a mess. 2 p.m. to 9 p.m., I'm no good to nobody. Real talk. It take me long to do different stuff. I don't feel good, all of that stuff. And so I just completely changed my schedule. So now, this is what I do. This is what my schedule is like. From like 9 p.m. all the way up and through, like all through the night, all the way through the Millionaire Morning Show, up until like 1 p.m., 1:30, I'm up. I'm up at night. I've been consistent when it comes to my workouts. Everything has just been on point. Everything on point. I feel good. I'm able to sleep straight through, and then I sleep in the daytime now. So after the Millionaire Morning Show for about 7-8 hours, I sleep in the daytime. And then once the nighttime hit, once the sun go down, I'm up. I'm up. You think that's crazy, Keisha? I feel incredible. Y'all know how y'all been saying Anton look like he got some sleeping stuff. That's because I sleep in the daytime and I operate in the night. Yep. Sleep in the daytime, operate in the night. I work out at night. I work at night. I party at night. Then, maybe like 2.5 hours before I come into the studio, I go to the gym. I jump on the Stairmaster. I get to work out, take a shower, come to the studio, cook up, and I'm good. That's my schedule, bro. Tia, for whatever reason, I have trouble in the daytime. Thank you, Sabrina. I feel rested. I have trouble in the daytime. I don't know what that is, but working at night is great for me. It is incredible for me. I can hit the streets. I can see what's going on in the streets. And then when I get into the crib, I'm locked in on my computer, go to the gym, come into the studio, and I'm good. Somebody said it's no good in the long term. That's not true. It's not true. I've done this for a long time before I got back into corporate America and all of that stuff. And I will tell you that it's great. It's great. It's incredible. I don't like the daytime. I don't like the daytime, bro. Because the daytime, you can't really think because there's so much going on and everybody is expected. Think about it. When I go somewhere in the daytime, it be a lot of traffic outside and people is in rush hour. You sitting in traffic for double the amount of time that you would. Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm a creator. And so as a creator, I have to have my creative juices working. I'm an artist. I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. So I sleep in the daytime, and when I wake up, it's up. It's up. I feel incredible, and I feel great. Somebody said time is an illusion. I agree with you. I agree with you. Somebody said that's because humans are supposed to be productive in the daytime. Well, good luck with that. I'm not doing that. Anyways, what's the date for the September meetup? I think it's the 26th. Whatever that Saturday is, that one of the last Saturdays of September. 26. I'm going to post it today along with the video that I re-recorded today. I'll post all of that today. All right. What up, OG? What up, Maine? What up, everybody in the chat? Count Daniels. I'm just a nocturnal person. Nothing wrong with that. Too much noise and confusion during the day. The nights is very peaceful and less stress. That's a fact. That's a fact. So I'm with it. 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 That's what we rocking with right now. Let me read some of these cash apps. Now that we got it popping, we got more than 1,000 people in here, so we're going to go ahead and get it rocking. Mike that dude. What up, Mike that dude? I appreciate you for holding me down always. Spencer Campbell, what up, though? Says, good morning, AD and the Bag Chasers. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. We rocking out, so let's get it. Let me read some of these super chats. Fade of Fallacy says, yo, Tom, I need that cheer track you use. I need it for my classroom, man. You talking about this one? Yeah, Wesley Turner says, all of my greatest insights and my best work comes between 11 p.m. and 3:30. Me too, bro. It's been that way since me too. Rod, I'm reading you in a second. Moses says, dog, soon as the sun go down, I get so productive. So many ideas start popping up in my head. It's crazy. I am the same way, bro. Me coming up with even being on YouTube and a content creator came in the middle of the night, bro. On everything. It came in the middle of the night. Me deciding that I wanted to create the Millionaire Morning Show. Me deciding that I wanted to create not After Hours, but Fight Club. All of that stuff came at night. My very first Fight Club, when I started the Room 9 channel, it came as an epiphany at night. And it was to keep people in the house. What up, Rod? What up, what up, what up? Appreciate you for the 100 ball. Says, keep being a blessing to others, AD. As God continues to bless you, we are called to love one another as Christ has loved us. John 13:34. And shout out to Carrie Spencer for an amazing interview and great biblical conversations. Blessings, bro. Shout out to Rob Brown. What up, Rob? What up, Carrie? Yeah, shout out to you, big dog. I appreciate you. Y'all go check out Rob Brown's channel. Him and Carrie apparently did an interview together and they doing their thing. Shout out to Rod. Appreciate you, big dog. All right, let's go ahead and get into the show. The first thing that I think that I'm gonna start off with is, well, I always start off with the same thing. Oh, I adjusted it, so let's adjust it back down real quick, see if we can get that right. That's about right? So the first thing that I want to talk about is people and perspectives. And this seems to be a lot of the same videos and a lot of the same content that I'm getting on a regular basis is people complaining about their circumstances. Men, women, I'm starting to see a lot more men say that they are burned out and they want to quit.
So I am at the point right now where I literally don't think I can force myself to work in my corporate job anymore. I have reached the fucking end. I cannot be around these people anymore. I'm so sick of the bullshit, the political games, the just endless fucking meetings about nothing, the endless process improvements that never fucking go anywhere. I am tired of it. And I've just like reached my point where I'm like, I need to walk away. I need the income. So it's like really hard to do. But at the same time, it's like my brain will no longer accept being in this position anymore. I just can't bring myself to fucking care. I do have other sources of income. Like I'm working on 2 businesses right now. One of them is operating and it's making some money. And the other one I'm working on that's gonna launch hopefully in the next couple months. But I'm like nowhere near replacing my salary. So, you know, obviously I'm gonna be at a loss. But I just can't fucking do it anymore. I am so tired. And I also feel that it's just taking the life out of me to the point where I can't even focus on building those other businesses because the day spent in the corporate grind is literally wearing me down. And I just don't want anything to do with it anymore. So, I don't know. I need to make a very, very important decision. Even though my brain's already kind of fucking made it up already. But obviously I have to like actually do it. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying to do it. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, don't leave your job without something lined up. And I completely get it. I completely get it. I agree. Like logically, I get it. But like emotionally, I just don't fucking care. So maybe I just take the leap. Just pray to God and say, hey, look, I'm taking this chance and I need your help because I'm done. I'm just done. I don't want to be a part of it anymore.
Let me say this. For everybody that's feeling burned out from their job or corporate America, I get it, but on one hand, I'm almost thinking that sometimes some of y'all got to go through it and really understand the blessing that you have. The first thing that I'll say, and you are absolutely right, DJ Ace Productions, I was thinking the same thing, is that y'all are too emotionally connected to your job. I don't know where this came from. I don't know if this is a thing that a lot of men have now started to embrace or what, but y'all are too emotional and emotionally connected to the positions and the jobs that y'all have. They have become your identity. They have become your God. A lot of people don't want to admit it, but I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Your job title, all of that has become a god to you. Anton, what do you mean by saying that it's become a god? It's because anything that you put before God is your God. And a lot of people, if they don't have their jobs or if they don't have the position to be able to say, this is what I do, or this is what my life is like, or this is what it is that I do for the majority of my day, then you cease to exist. You don't even add any value into life. I can't tell you, and I've told y'all on this platform multiple times that I've worked with people in a steel mill, and I've seen guys retire and die. Retire and die. And for whatever reason, y'all think that just because you're not in corporate America, that you somehow, some way are going to have a completely different experience. Because if you open up your own business, you're going to be 10 times worse than what this is right now. Oh man, you have no clue. People don't know what it's like to, bro, you can open up your own business a lot of times and you could be making money. Most people, 90% of people is not even going to be making money when they first open up their own business. That's number one. But number two, you're going to work 10 times harder, and in most instances, it's not going to be as profitable, and you can't quit because it's yours. You can't quit because it's yours. A lot of people don't even know how good they have it to be able to generate a bunch of money working in corporate America and don't have any real responsibility to the business itself. They have no clue. You start your own business, a lot of times you're going to be making less money, you're going to be less happy, you're going to get less sleep, you're going to be more stressed out, and you can't quit. And you can't quit. And a lot of it is just because people are too tied up. I can't tell you how many coaching calls that I've done where people would sit there and say, my job, my job, my job. And I'll be thinking to myself, why do you care? I can't tell you how many times that we've been out with people and the only thing that they know how to talk about is their job. And if they're not talking about their job, then they don't know what else to talk about. Hey man, how's when the next time you going on vacation? I'm no vacations for me, man. They don't let us have vacations at work, Hey man, what happened to that little chick you was talking to? Y'all still tapped in or whatever? If it ain't work, then it ain't working. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you about what this chick said on my job. Nigga, I don't care nothing about your job. I don't even like talking about my job when I'm not at the job. Anybody will tell you. People that's closest to me will tell you that the last thing that I'm interested in talking about is the same thing that everybody comes up to me and asks me about. But because I'm appreciative and because I'm very thankful for the fact that people even come up to me and say, what up? I don't mind them coming up to me and asking me a question. Hey man, when the next time you gonna have Charleston White on there? Hey man, what happened with you and the comedian? Hey man, I discovered you from when you had Love Dorsey on the platform. I remember, man, I've been following you since you've been doing urban exploration. And I'll be thankful because I'm tied in with the person, but I'm not necessarily tied in with the product because I'm the person that create the product. So I see it. I talk about it every day. But then when I get home and I'm talking to my daughter or I'm talking to my chick, I'm not talking about work. We're not talking about work. We talking about fun stuff. We talk about cars. Me and my daughter, hey dad, I'm ordering this new hood. Let me show it to you. It's completely carbon fiber. We need to hurry up and get it because it's on sale. And then I'm telling her, listen, stop acting like it's on sale. Or dad, I want a puppy. I don't talk about work when I'm not at work because I talk about work when I'm working all the time. Even when I'm at work, I'm not talking about work. I'm talking about the stuff that's happening in popular culture. That's why I love what I do. But a lot of people, their entire persona, their entire identity is what they do for a living. You know, women, do you know why guys hate y'all? Oh, we gonna talk about it today. We gonna talk about it today. Ladies, you know why it's so difficult for you to be able to connect with a man? Because that guy, outside of learning initially what you do for a living, don't give a F, not even a flying F, about what you got going on at work. You know why it's so difficult for you to have a conversation with your man? Whether you're married or you just in a relationship and you live with him, is because he got to tolerate you telling him for almost the entire time that y'all together about what you got going on at work. Like, it's cool. Hey, babe. Oh, man, I had a tough day at work today. Or, oh, this is what's going on or whatever. All right, 10, 15 minutes is cool. You want to talk about it in every single turn that you got going on. Do you really think that these guys truly give a flying F about whoever this lady is that's at your job that's giving you the blues? I'm trying to tell you that we have no interest in your position at work. Your job is your job. We don't want to talk about our job, so why would we want to talk about your job? Why is when you meet a girl, a woman that's successful in whatever respective field that she's in, right? That is her complete identity. Everything that she talks about, everything that she references, every single thing that goes on in her life, somehow, some way, comes back to what she does for a living. The most successful women in relationships are the ones that are able to separate what they do for a living from who they are when they with the person that they care about the most. I'm telling you. But again, when you become so obsessed with something and that becomes your whole identity, your whole worldview changes and you shatter when it's not going the way that you're going. That's why these guys, like this guy right here, he's not able to look at it and say, this is what I make, or this is what I use in order to generate income, and leave it at that. That's not what he's able to do. He's not able to just talk about it and say, this is what I generate, or this is how I make my money. When I went into work, the reason why I was so excited to go into work, regardless of what happened in the work, is because I know that every day that I stepped foot in that building, they was giving me money. I was there for a paycheck. Now, I enjoyed what I did, and I'm going to make the most of it while I'm there. But that's not my identity. I'm going to make the most of it while I'm there, but when I'm not there, I don't care. Bro, whenever I left the job, I never had to have a party. You know how people be having those retirement parties or the going away party and stuff? You ain't never had to throw no party for me because I was just, bro, I'm not even going to tell you that I'm leaving until like 4 days before I'm gone. Now, I'm going to tell HR that I'm leaving, but I'm not even going to tell the team that I'm leaving until like 4 days before I'm gone because I don't even need all of that. I'm probably never going to see you guys again. I promise you, I'm not the type of person that keeps in touch with my coworkers and oh my God and all. I'm not that type of person at all. When I'm gone, I'm gone. And if we not talking about, hey, you got another opportunity or hey, you want to come and work here with me or whatever, if it ain't about work, then it ain't about, I ain't having no conversation with you. Nothing. So the reason why some people are able to exist so successfully in corporate America is because they know how to turn it on and to turn it off when they're not there. But y'all are tied into what you do for a living. You tied into your job title. You don't feel like you add any value into society. You can't talk to a girl without telling her what you do for a living or what your position is and all of that stuff. And it's like, that's old. That's tired. Try something. For those of y'all that are single or for those of y'all that go on dates and stuff, the next time that you go out with somebody new, try something. First, pay attention to if somebody wind up asking you or if they lead with what they do for a living. That's number one. The second thing is try to have an entire conversation about what you like about the person or interacting with them without talking about what you do for a living. Try it. It's going to be almost impossible. It's going to be almost impossible for most people to be able to get through a conversation about what they do for a living. I mean, about, the date or whatever, or the conversation or hanging out with people without talking about their job or what they do for a living. Try to talk to somebody 100% about what they got going on without mentioning what you do for a living or what they do for a living. And for most people, it's damn near impossible. Oh, that's the fun thing to do, April, is when you can make up something on the fly. Hey, man, what do you do for a living? Usually it don't work for me because then it'll be somebody in the background like, hey, man, I follow you on YouTube. Bro, the last time that somebody asked me what I do for a living, I was like, yo, I work at the zoo. It's like, what you mean you work at the zoo? I said, I work at the zoo. I said, I'm a zookeeper. He was like, I ain't never met a zookeeper before. I said, yeah, man. I said, we be open all year long. That's the crazy part about it. I was getting it on the fly. I was drawing. It was like a limitless pill. I was drawing from information and conversations that I had with other people just to have a conversation. I said, yeah, man, the only time that we had ever really shut down was like the 4th of July. They said, why you shut down? I said, because it was one of the hottest days of the year and then none of the animals want to come out. Hey, man, what you do for a living? I'm a zookeeper. Like, fellas, just make up a new thing. Honestly, make up a new thing. Make up a new position. Every day. Every day come up with a new position. So if somebody or a girl asks you what you do for a living, hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a hat maker. Yeah, it's a lost start. A lot of people don't know about being a hat maker. No. I burn. I use fire in order to make the ones like Cam Newton be wearing and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm a hat maker. Crazy. Like you'll be surprised. People love hats. People love hats. What do you do for a living? You ever seen the Red Bull commercial? Yeah. I'm a stunt double. You lying? No, I'm serious. Like I'm a stunt double for real. Like seriously, just wing it. Anything. Hey, what do you? So I just got off of work. Oh yeah, I had to go to Washington D.C. Oh yeah, what do you do? I inspect the U.S. Mint. I inspect the money for the Treasury. I inspect the dollar bill. Don't tell anybody because you got to have clearances to do it. So I'm really not able to tell you this. So please, because I'm gonna lose my job if you say anything. But I inspect the money for the U.S. Treasury, and do you catch a lot of people? You'd be surprised how much counterfeiting is going on out here. I'm telling you guys, just wing it and see what people say. But don't make it too crazy like, oh, I make all of this money. Like, don't say you're an anesthesiologist or a neurosurgeon or a spine surgeon. Don't say nothing dumb. Like, it's got to be so far out where it's like, well, how did you even get into that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be that. Just make it up. Just look around you. We harvest glass, and I'm a climate change scientist. What? Yeah. I just got back from New Orleans. We're paying attention to what's going on down there in southern Florida, South Florida. Want to make, because New York is sinking. Listen, I'm telling you, it's a lot of overbuilding. New York is sinking, and and Florida. They keep saying Florida's going to be underwater, so we monitoring that. I work for the U.S. Army Corps of Army Engineers, and we monitoring the flood levels. And New Orleans is already gone. So if you got anybody in New Orleans, you might need to get them up out of there. What do you do for a living? I work behind the scenes for The Simpsons. I monitor the Great Lakes. No, for invasive species. So, we get a lot of money from the federal government. We're paying attention to invasive species. We don't want it to continue to affect our food supply. So this is something that the federal government don't really want to talk about. All right? Okay? All right, y'all. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get it. Voltaic Art says, my job keeps my bottom line. My business is used for growth. Talk about it. Nick the Newt. What up, Nick the Newt, for holding me down? I appreciate you for the 20 ball. Says 2 full-time remote jobs. Blessed that they aren't demanding and pays over $200,000. I have a plan to use the extra to pivot into something else. Just need to talk to God first. What are you trying to pivot into something else for? What are you trying to pivot? Bro, listen. Make all the money. A job is nothing more than a way to generate revenue. The question you should have to ask yourself is not if you should pivot, but what to do with the resources and to make sure that you're not increasing your lifestyle to meet your income. Somebody said they sell bunk beds to midgets. You can't say to midgets. You got to say to little people. If you say to midgets, it's not gonna be believable. Cut it out, James B. Field. I'm sorry. You're right, Master Barber. Big C. Elizabeth Nicholas says, I used to tell people I'm a door-to-door Bible salesman. That's a good one. Christopher Mayberry says, I once told a lady I'm the guy who sits in the ATM and dispense money. She believed me. I instantly agreed with Q Diddy after that. Man. I make the hubcaps you see in Walmart. That's a good one. I think that we need to come up with some more unique jobs. I think that we do. All right? Somebody said, when I'm going on the Breakfast Club. Man, I ain't never getting invited to no Breakfast Club. You think after all of the junk that listen, the one thing that we know about Charlamagne and DJ Envy is that they are bitter baby daddies. I seen somebody told me that DJ Envy said that his wife taught him how to wash up and how to bathe. Somebody tell me if that's true or not. Somebody in the chat tell me if that's true or not. Somebody told me that DJ Envy openly admitted that his wife taught him how to bathe. Somebody in the chat tell me if that's accurate or not, because I didn't see it, nor was I interested in researching it. Maybe I'll add it into the show tonight. Somebody tell me if that's true or not in the chat before I go into this next story. It's true, Trill? Oh my God. Courtney Egger said, yes, yes, yes. I'm not, bro. What am I lying about? You see the people in the chat saying that it's true. I'm not. Somebody told me that DJ Envy said that his wife, his girl, taught him how to wash his butt. First of all, Superman should not be able to get that information out of you publicly. That is not something that any man should ever openly admit. That's number one. And number two, how do you get married and you don't know how to wash your butt? Some of y'all saying what he said. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. She washed it for him one day. Come on, y'all. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Now I got to add that into the show tonight. Let me see. Room 9 is going to be cracking. Room 9, it's going to be cracking. Y'all got to be kidding me, bro. Y'all got to be kidding me. No, dog. No, man, I'm not going for it. Y'all got to be lying. You lying to me. You lied to me. Let me tell you something, bro. First of all, I know how to wash my own butt. That's number one. Number two, the only time that I, as an able-bodied human being, I'm going to read those super chats in a second. As an able-bodied human being, the only time that a woman should be washing your butt as a man is if you are completely incapacitated and you got to have help. If you are not incapacitated and paralyzed from the neck down, there is no reason, under no circumstances, that any woman, I don't care who it is, I don't care if it's your wife, I don't care about any of that. There is no reason under any circumstances that anybody should have to be washing you up like you a baby. Let's get into it, y'all. We got it. Let's get into it. So apparently, that's crazy. Carmen says, Anton, you would be amazed at the amount of men that do not know how to clean themselves. Carmen, don't do that to me, baby. Don't do that to me, baby. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I would be so heartbroken and broken in the inside. Ugh. That's crazy. That is crazy, bro. Anyways, so apparently this woman killed somebody with a car. I don't know if she was drunk driving or what, but she didn't know that she had killed a woman, and the woman also happened to be a bride. But she was finding out about it in real time. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
There's no way that I can just get, like...
Just hang tight. It's going to be a little bit. A judge is on the way to sign some paperwork.
I'll call the other one, and then whenever
I
we're ready,
just
we'll
want to, like, get it over with and go.
Right now, we're in. Just hang
I
out.
can't call my dad.
Not right now. You can, but not now. Once I get you down to the jail and booked in, then you can call your dad.
Can I just call him?
No. You cannot.
But what did I do? Nobody has any proof of anything that I did.
Okay.
So give me the right to call my dad. Nobody has the right to
What?
deny that from me. Right?
Could you just hang in here quick? Just hang there, okay?
But you,
I know,
nobody
just hang
proved
tight.
anything. So give me the right to call my dad. Nobody proved anything. Nobody proved anything. So give me a phone so I can call my dad, please, right now.
Not right now.
Why?
Because you can't. Right
Nobody proved anything. So why don't I have the right to call these?
are not.
Why don't you want me
Allocated
to?
the
Why are
opportunity.
you being so mean?
No one is
Why
being
can't I just call my
You're not
dad?
listening. You're not listening.
Please.
You're not listening.
For what?
You were not a minor. You were not required to get a phone call until you are booked into the jail.
Really? I'm 25 years old.
You were not a minor. You were over the age of 18.
You don't have proof of anything.
I didn't arrest you, ma'am.
For what?
I did not arrest you.
Right.
Folly Beach arrested you.
So can I please get a phone call?
You may not.
Why?
Because you're in custody.
For what?
For felony driving under the influence.
Oh, really?
Really?
Did you prove that?
I was not there. I'm telling you what.
Oh, okay. So you have no proof. So please give me a
Yeah.
phone so I can
would
call
suggest that
someone.
you stop. Okay.
You seem like you might be a little bit more. Can I have a phone so I can call my dad,
You may
please?
not have a phone to call.
Why?
Because
Why
you're not
are you
required.
being so mean to me?
No one is being mean to you.
Yo, that is crazy. You know what's so crazy about it? Because I just so happened to pull up exactly what her sentencing was. She got 25 years. Oh my God. 25 years. Oh my gosh, bro. She was sentenced to more than 2 decades behind bars following her guilty plea in Charleston County courtroom Monday afternoon. She pleaded guilty to a charge of felony DUI, 2 counts of DUI causing great bodily injury or death, and 1 count of reckless homicide. The charges stem from a Folly Beach DUI crash that killed Samantha Miller on her wedding night. Oh, man. I wonder if she hadn't been talking like this with such a sense of entitlement, if she would have probably got less time. Following the hearing, the judge sentenced her to 25 years for the felony DUI resulting in death, 15 years for 2 counts of DUI involving great bodily injury, 10 years for the reckless homicide. The sentences are concurrent, meaning that you get the 25 years. They all run at the same time. Oh my gosh. That's crazy, bro. She acknowledged that she had an alcohol addiction and recognized that she had selfishly disregarded her actions, impacted others. She vowed to dedicate her life to helping individuals struggling with addiction and the spreading awareness about the dangers of drinking and driving. She expressed that she was devastated, deeply ashamed, and sorry for her actions. 25 years is a long time. And I can't say that she doesn't deserve it. But 25 years is a long time. And she never even knew. Well, how do you not know that you kill somebody? You gotta be completely out of your mind to not know that you killed somebody and not even know why you're being arrested and why you charged. Some of y'all are saying 25 years is not enough. So how long do y'all think that she should have got? You think that she should have got longer than 25 years? Ooh, y'all tough. God Henry Design is also saying 25 years is not enough. I'm not sure she was aware that she killed somebody at the time of the video. Somebody said just 25. She killed someone, says Pinky Girl. Y'all don't think that 25 years is enough? Life, 40. Oh, man, come on, y'all. 35, life. Jeez, y'all a tough crowd out here in these streets. Dang, y'all saying longer than that? That just seemed like a long time, bro. 25 years is insane, bro. I think that anything over 15 years is to me, it's like a life sentence. Like, that's your whole life. When you get out of prison, everything is going to be different. Nothing is going to be the same. You'll never, ever really be able to live a real regular life. That's going to follow you for the rest of your life. Listen. For whatever reason, y'all are under the impression that I am not sympathetic to the victim. I am. And I also said that I'm not saying that she don't deserve it. I'm just trying to really understand what 25 years mean. 25 years is a long time. It is. Listen, you don't have to try to convince me. For whatever reason, again, y'all keep trying to make this about me or whether or not I agree or I disagree. This ain't even about agreeing or disagreeing. The judge said what the judge said. It is what it is. What I'm saying is, when you think about the length of it, remove the crime, remove the sentence. I don't care if you killed somebody, and I said this before. I said that if you ever was to give me life, you might as well give me the death penalty. I ain't trying to be sitting in no jail looking at those grown men for the rest of my life and messing up the taxpayer dollars. You do me a better favor to just take me out. If you're going to send me to jail for the rest of my life, and I'm not fighting to get out because I'm actually really innocent, if I do it, right, definitively, I did it, I need to be convicted, whatever, and I get life in prison, take me out, is what I'm saying. I don't personally believe that there's anything to live for at that point. That's a long time. A long time. That's a long time, bro. That's a long time, bro. You know what I was doing in 2001? It's 2026 and 2001. Man, I had just got a job at the steel mill. These chicks couldn't do nothing with me. They couldn't tell me nothing. I was driving a Buick Regal. 25 years. Man, my daughter not even 25 years old. That's a wild amount of time. That is a insane amount of time. And that time probably goes so slow. Somebody said Big Meech did it. I don't care. I don't care who did it. It ain't enough ways to pass the time. Thank you, Rob. Finally, somebody gets it. This isn't about whether she deserves it or not. This is about really encapsulating what this means. See, y'all still don't get it. Somebody says, what about the bride? She chose to drink and drive. You do the crime, you do the time. Let me say it again for all of my people that's watching this. We're not debating whether she deserves it or not. That's not the question that I'm asking you guys. I'm saying, do y'all really understand how long 25 years is? And no, I don't think that y'all said AD not strong enough. Nigga, ain't nobody strong enough. Y'all not strong enough to do it either. You doing it because you ain't got no choice. You think that the people in there that got 25 years is strong enough to do 25 years? They're not strong enough to do 25 years. They doing it because they don't have a choice. And I don't agree with the life for a life thing either, because that's circumstantial. Maybe not in this case in particular, but it's circumstantial in general. So like, for example, you may take somebody's life when it comes to a manslaughter. Do y'all think that people that take somebody's life and they get manslaughter, that they should get life in prison? It's not as simple as saying life for a life. If somebody gets manslaughter, for example, and they kill somebody, do they automatically deserve a life for a life? And I think that y'all are trying to, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just making this as simple as it is. No, I think that every case is different. Every circumstance is different. I don't think that you can look at it from that lens. I think that most prison sentences are probably wrong. Most prison sentences, in my opinion, is probably wrong. In general. Most people that say what they went to prison for, they either got too little time or they got too much time, in my opinion. I don't believe that most prison sentences are accurate. If I look at Diddy, for example, I don't believe that Diddy, what did Diddy get, like 5 years? Something like that? I think that's the wrong prison sentence. I don't think that Diddy should be in prison at all, number one. And then number two, I don't believe that Diddy got the right, even for a conviction, I don't think that Diddy got the right prison sentence. Very few people actually get an accurate prison sentence. Very few people get an accurate prison sentence. Speaking of which, do y'all want me to tackle this Marcellus Wiley conversation? I'm thinking no, but now that the charges has been dropped, I'm thinking that I may do it, but I don't know. It's a long time. Long time. It's a long time. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let's get into this Sophie Cunningham conversation shortly after I read super chats. Let me make sure I get the audio right on this stuff, though. You know, they don't be wanting to do the audio right, so we got to make sure that we get that audio right. $25 years. 25 days is a long time for me. 25 years is insane. 25 days is a long time to do anything. Have y'all ever tried to do something for 25 days? You know how hard it is to do something for 25 days? 25 years is a lifetime. Maybe I'm just not built for it. I don't know. Let me see if I can get this audio working. Sophie. Purple Haze says, oh man, I hate when that happens. When I possibly get fingerprints on my glasses. Oh, I'm good. Purple Haze says, my new job will be observing people sleep during sleep studies, and I have to deal with people constantly farting. You can't add that last part. It's not going to be believable. Miami Guy 305 says, what are your thoughts on Chef Creole in Miami? Would love your business perspective on it. What's Chef Creole in Miami? Give me some insight on it. I be projecting says, hey AD, I'm thinking about going to school. What would you take right now to make 120 to 150,000 in tech that will have longevity? Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity 100%. Cybersecurity 100%. Bad Habit says, this is crazy, but hear me out. How much is her bail? I have no idea. I don't think she get bail. Katie Walker said, what up, though? I appreciate you, Katie Walker. Just Christian Black. What's going on, Just Christian Black? I appreciate y'all. Only Just Commentary says, was in a similar accident some months back. The young man hit me on the highway while drunk. I kept control. He flipped several times and died. A lot of youngsters are truly irresponsible. She deserves it. Okay. Simeon, what up, Simeon says, for the sake of our tax dollars, could we consider deporting these people? Not if you're an American citizen. You can't deport somebody if you're an American citizen, right?
One of the biggest stories in sports and culture this year took a new turn over the weekend. It began when WNBA star Sophie Cunningham, already at the center of a fight over transgender participation, took a flagrant foul from an opposing player who was ejected from the game. Our Jan Crawford is following the story.
Here's Cunningham up ahead of the field.
It was a hard foul as the Indiana Fever's Sophie Cunningham went in for a layup. She took a hit across the face and neck that led to an immediate ejection for the Chicago Sky's DiJonai Carrington. Escorted to the locker room, Carrington turned to social media, posting white privilege and creating yet another controversy for the WNBA.
Hold on, wait a minute. So you basically took somebody's head off, and now you are saying white privilege Yo, if this is not black privilege, I don't know what is. Usually people in the NBA, when they do a hard foul, and it's a possibility that they can get suspended and lose some money, they quiet. They quiet. They don't go on social media. They don't go on Threads. They don't go on Twitter. They don't start putting up stuff. They don't start stoking the fire and stoking the flames. They be quiet. They super quiet because they scared about the possibility of losing a bunch of money. So wait a minute. You are the one that wind up taking this girl's head off. Now, let me also add in some context. Sophie Cunningham is the white girl who's actually standing against men coming into women's sports and taking over. Sophie Cunningham is also on the top of the leaderboard when it comes to people that are against her, because she's standing against the possibility that men could play in women's sports. I wasn't even going to say anything. I wasn't even going to make a big deal about it. I thought that people was just going to make it a big deal because it was another black or white thing. I didn't know that she was going to feed into the narrative by saying white privilege. Honestly, I wasn't even tripping. I was just going to say, you know what? It didn't look like she made a play on the ball. She probably needs to take her L and take her suspension. If they're going to suspend her, that's the end of the conversation, and keep it moving. This didn't have to be a race thing. This didn't have to be anything about white, black, or none of that. But guess what black people do? Every single time. Every single time, black people make it a race conversation. And now that it's a race conversation, it's spinning out of control. Maybe we got it wrong. Maybe we got it wrong, y'all. Maybe we off. Maybe, roll with me here. Maybe this is a play by the league so that they can get more visibility for the league. Maybe this is a play by the league so that they can get more visibility for the league. I'm not so far removed that I don't think that they're not going to take advantage of this and possibly market it. And so they looking for controversy and to keep up the flames so that people will continue to watch the games and have a vested interest in what goes on in the WNBA. Maybe that's it. So we have to try to give her the benefit of the doubt just from that lens. Come on, man. I'm not thinking even for a second. Now that I think about it, I'm not thinking even for a second that they would take this serious. Because if it's an actual play, in order to get more visibility for the league and to stay hot during the time that the NBA is on a hiatus and the only other sport that's being played right now is baseball, then I think that they're doing. Let me give them a round of applause. Let me give them a benefit of the doubt. Let me give the benefit of the doubt. I changed my mind. I was about to go off and say, why are they making this a black and white issue? Now I changed my mind, and I think that this is a way for the WNBA to still stay relevant. Because the product that's on the floor is taking a second place to what they do off the floor. So WNBA draft, I think that brought a lot of visibility. Now this, right, white privilege, a lot of visibility. Going back and forth with the owner and Sophie Cunningham, and then Sophie Cunningham just so happened to be the person that she tried to do the play on. Come on, man. I'm not going for it. I think that this is a play. I think that this is a play. I don't believe that they actually believe what they're saying.
Never one to back down, Cunningham shot back, saying, according to ESPN, this has nothing to do with race. Last year I did the same thing and I got kicked out, and I deserve to be kicked out. There's no reason to even play that card. Late today, Carrington posted she never claimed the assessment of the foul was white privilege. But Saturday's exchange has sparked a flashpoint for a league already struggling with questions of transgender participation. Last month, Cunningham was the first WNBA player to speak out against it.
I said what I said. I think it's kind of common sense.
Fans on both sides of that debate have been vocal. And trying to prove a point, 2 former NBA players said they would identify as women and declare for the WNBA draft.
It's official. I just declared for the 2027 WNBA draft in April.
The firestorm has put a harsh spotlight on the WNBA, with critics saying the league wasn't ready for its explosion in popularity. Commissioner Kathy Engelberg said the league will discuss the transgender issue this week. Jan Crawford, CBS News, Washington.
Somebody said, I'm giving them way too much credit. Why am I giving them way too much credit? They got the same marketing team as the NBA. I don't think that's giving them too much credit. That's actually, bro, this is a great marketing opportunity. What are you talking about? You think I'm giving them too much credit because I'm talking about their marketing opportunity and they taking advantage of it? No, come on, big dog. You don't believe that, do you? They got the same marketing team as the as the NBA. I wouldn't stop anything. I think the league needs so much more than just Caitlin Clark to carry the league. And Caitlin Clark ain't gonna say nothing. Because Caitlin Clark is Caitlin Clark. She not gonna say nothing. She not gonna have no conversation. She not gonna do nothing meaningful in these conversations. Caitlin Clark is gonna be quiet as a church mouse.
The closure of
Yeah, I think this is a play. 100%. I think this is a play. Why wouldn't they? Listen, people don't tune into the WNBA to watch them play basketball. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that there are some people that tune into them to watch them play basketball. I don't think that most people tune into them to watch them play basketball. The WNBA is trash. It is always going to be trash. I know some people say that they need to lower the rims to where it's 9 feet. You can't help this. You can't help this product that's on the floor. Nick the Noob says you got Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Angel Reese. It's a few stars in the WNBA. So y'all going for that too, huh? Y'all actually think that there's real stars, not people that they're making stars inside of the WNBA. What makes them a star? What makes somebody a star? It's marketing, bro. At the end of the day, y'all got to understand that this is a business, and this is the business of entertainment. It's 100% marketing. It's 100% marketing. Absolutely. Let me go over to ESPN. Watch this. Let me see something.
Draft classes. DiJonai was taken 20th in that draft. It wasn't a particular. Here's the 2021 class. She'd be the first pick.
Yes.
Now, it wasn't a particularly strong class, but 20 was an absolute.
This is such a bad product, bro. This is such a bad product. Look how bad they are on the court, bro.
Sometimes it's fun to look back at past draft class. She drafted the 2021 class. She'd be the first pick.
Yes.
Now, it wasn't a particularly strong class, but 20 was an absolute steal for DiJonai Carrington. Here's Cunningham up ahead of the field, lays it in.
It's just a hard foul. It's such a bad product. It's like they running in slow motion.
Carrington. Here's Cunningham up ahead of the field.
It's such a bad product.
Lays it in, plus the foul, and then Cunningham gets into the face of DiJonai Carrington right away in the after.
Hey, she got a. Hold on for a second. That's what they working with.
Gets into the face of DiJonai Carrington right.
Hold on. Okay, McThickums. Look at the girl that's over here in the left-hand corner, the other player. She don't even take it serious. Nobody on the WNBA is taking it serious,
and then
bro.
Cunningham gets into the face of DiJonai Carrington right away.
Come on, man. You're not going to sit here and tell me that this is not scripted. Look. Let me tell you how bad this league is. Y'all got to start paying attention to the little details that's in this league. Look at this man right here. Look at his shirt. Trans kids something. He's in support of trans kids. What man is in the audience looking at this? Y'all buying Indiana Fever jerseys? Hey. Oh. Look, she not taking it serious. He over here with a trans kid shirt on. Man, this is the WWE. But she is okay, McThickums. Y'all see McThickums out there? Come on, man. This is McThickums right here. Yo, what if one of the guys actually was able to get drafted and then he had to take a shower with him and then he wound up starting to get some of these chicks pregnant? What if a guy actually got drafted to the WNBA as a trans man, and then he started to get some of these girls pregnant? What if one of these guys got drafted and he gets in the shower with him and then he started going like this? How do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? The WNBA is such a joke, bro. Hey, the WNBA is such a joke. It's such a joke of a league. I don't even take none of it serious. I do think that we need to have more scandals in the WNBA. I think that you need to start having. Has there ever been a woman that was playing in the WNBA and then she had to play pregnant? Has there ever been a woman that's gotten pregnant mid-season and she had to quit? How do you put that inside of a contract? How do you solve for that inside of a contract? If a girl gets pregnant, does she get maternity leave? Does she still get to stay? all of that stuff. You see how women and men's sports start to make things difficult? Do you see how, like, let's say, for example, he get her pregnant, right? Let's say, for example, he get her pregnant, but they on the same team. Do he have to get traded, or do he have to pay child support? What happens? Didn't that happen in love and basketball? I'll play you for your heart. I'll play you for your heart. Then they start playing that song. Hey Molly, did you like Love and Basketball? Did y'all like that movie? How come most women look at movies like Love and Basketball as something that connects them with the person that they talking to? We just like that. We just like Love and Basketball. I'll play you for your heart. If you get a woman pregnant, but you on the same team as her, you made a fool of me. That was that's what the song was at the time when they was playing for Love and Basketball. It came on when she started losing, and it was like, you made a fool of me. Hold on, let me put this on. My dog, Quincy McCall.
What's going on?
We need to talk.
Hold on. First of all, I don't want no girl no more unless she say, I want to play you for your heart. And we can pick whatever it is. We could play chess. We could play horse. Yo, we could do whatever. I don't think you love me unless you play me for my heart. I stand on that. I don't think you love me unless you play me for my heart. Hey, what's going on? I need to talk to you. What's going on? We need to talk. All right, I'll be out there in a minute. What's going on?
You asked me what was missing
What?
from basketball.
You woke me up to tell me that?
It's not fun for me anymore because you're missing.
I don't want no girl unless she tell me that her life is not fun. Your life has to not be fun for you unless I'm in it. Your life cannot be fun unless I'm in it. I want you to be in shambles. Whatever you do for a living, I want you to come to me and say, you know what? This is not fun for me no more. What? And I'm gonna be on the phone like this. I'm gonna be like, what? So you woke me up to tell me that?
What I'm trying to say is, I've loved you since I was 11.
Woo!
And the shit won't go away.
We haven't talked since college.
I don't know, I probably should have said it 2 weeks ago.
You haven't changed. What? Someone who's about to get married.
I'll play you.
I'll play you. Play you for your heart.
What?
One game, one-on-one.
For what?
For your heart.
Your heart. but I should.
I just want to hear the song.
Down. You want me to stop you? Scared?
I want to see when she start losing, and then it's gonna be like, you made a fool of me. Hold on, let's get to that part. Where's the youth made a fool of me?
Play. How you taking off your brakes, huh? Think that's gonna make you play better?
Two.
Oh, no. We got to get to that whole scene.
What's going on?
We got to get the whole thing. Girl, unless she playing me for my heart. That's all I got to say from now on. That's all I'm saying from now on. I don't want nobody. Man, I ain't taking no more phone calls from nobody. Don't apologize to me. Don't say sorry. Don't say nothing. Unless anybody that's apologizing to me, they gonna have to play me for my heart. Tell me why you made a fool of me. Tell me why. That's the type of song that you gotta sing with your fingers. If you not snapping to that, because there's some songs that you just hit it and you just go, but there's other songs that you gotta think, made a fool of me. Tell me why. Boom, boom, boom. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. Break my heart. How about a double or nothing? Double or nothing. Oh, man. I love this show. I love this show. Hold on, let me go over to the ladies. What was he at? Sophie Cunningham. Let me see. Sophie. Where's Sophie at? All right, hold on. I got it. I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all what I want y'all to see. I got you. I got you. Hold on. Let's get there. We get it. We gonna get it. I got you. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. Oh, hold on. I got a better one. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. Boom, ba-dum, ba-dum. Oh, man. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of these soups, see what's going on in the streets. AD, did you see that story about how 90% of the H-1B visa holder from India got hired by having fake credentials and fake universities? No, where's that at? Send that to me. I want to review that right now. Let's talk about it right now because I got some thoughts. I got some thoughts on Indian street food vendors turned IT specialists. Premium Water says, got caught in mass layoffs. Do I take this as a sign to get my doctorate in tech or jump straight back into the job market hunt? What would you do? I'm jumping straight back into the job market hunt. I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody cares about a doctorate in tech. Nobody cares about a doctorate in tech. Just keeping it 100 with you, big dog. Nobody. It's not a thing. It doesn't mean anything. I don't even think I know anybody with a doctorate in tech, and I don't know how that would be applicable. The only doctors that matter, y'all hear me and hear me clearly. The only doctors that matter are the ones that we go to as physicians or surgeons or any of that. I don't believe any doctor matters unless you are doing it as a residency so that you can then help people and work with people. Keep it for real. You're going to pay for more and you're not even going to get nothing as a result of it. Unless you are Dr. Strange, then you need to go and get a doctorate in something healthcare related or other than that, we don't really care about none of that. Don't nobody care about a doctorate. Go and get you a job. The lesson of the day, and hopefully you got some kind of severance package, but the word of the day is J-O-B. J-O-B. Somebody said, what is your opinion of the new NBA schedule? Oh, schedule came out? Let me see what's on my... Hold on, I mean, I should have something. Got to go on my Pistons app, see if I got my schedule. Whoa. Yeah, I don't know why people were so mad at Dr. Bryant. Got to sign in the Ticketmaster. So username. Y'all sure the schedule is out? Uh-oh. 5 more sign-in attempts. I don't see anything. I don't see anything yet. So when did the schedule get released? It comes out Thursday. Okay. All right. Well, that makes sense. Well, then that means that we're going to revisit it on Thursday. We'll revisit it on Thursday. Yeah, I don't understand why everybody was tripping about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, because what difference would it make anyway? Shout out to you. Yeah, man, go get a job, bro. Men should be working. If you're not 18, 19, 21, 22, 23 years old, then men should be working. Even then, men should be working. Like, you should be going to school and working. Even if you're working part-time, you should be working. But when you get grown, if you above the age of 30, or if you got kids, or if you married, or you in a relationship where a chick is dependent on you, you need to get a job, and then you can go to school on top of that. That's just my personal opinion. Molly, this is my girlfriend, Molly. It's my girl, Molly. Molly said, just wait till black men start wearing wigs, start filing out these white WNBA players. We haven't seen anything yet. I have my popcorn ready. Oh, I know Molly ready. I know. Oh, man. Listen, I'm going to make this. The WNBA is going to be the topic front cover tonight just for my girl, Molly. Master Barber, what up, though, says if they let men play, they will have some players that can dunk. If they let men play, it won't be any more WNBA players. Zeroy says official paper towel sniffer. People out there who get paid to ensure that manufacturers produce high-quality products without the putrid smell for $52,000 a year? I kid you not. Don't tell me you can't find a job. That's crazy. Godson says white men are watching for the race issues, defending the straight white women, female bird versus magic more than sports. Well, the thing about it is that the white girl, Sophie Cunningham, said that she didn't even see it as a big deal. The black girl is the one that made it a big deal by posting white privilege. Wesley Turner says it would be like a trip to the health inspector. Big Boy says he can be trans and a lesbian too. Listen, my pride would never let me call myself a lesbian or trans or anything. I don't care what the issue is. I just don't have it in me. Shout out to my boy, my dog, Big Boy. High Tolerance says, with the 20-ball salute idea and the Chasers, bad product is an understatement. It's like watching Rudy and Peter play football on the Cosby Show. Check out Carrington's spin cycle response to Acho. It was more diabolical than the actual play. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of tired of Acho. It's like he trying too hard to be in the news and to go viral a lot of times. I'm very, very tired of reviewing Acho. We never talked about Acho, Emmanuel Acho, this much. But now, for whatever reason, we're having a lot of conversation about it. Harold Barnes says, Anton, I think you have too much love for NBA basketball to really look at the play of the WNBA respectfully. Nah, I'm never going to take it serious. All right, so wait a minute. H-1B visas, India, fake university. Let me look this up. You said H-1B visas? I don't see anything right off the top of my hand. I don't see anything. I don't see nothing. Nope, I don't see anything, so I don't know. I don't know. If you send it to me in my email, did you just send that to me? If y'all send it to me in my email, I'll check it out. But I don't see anything. But you made a fool of me. Tell me why. Not dealing with nobody making a fool of us no more. Sick of it. See what else is happening in these streets. Oh, Chicago. We got to go over to Chicago before we get to the halfway mark, y'all. Hold on. I got you. That song is stuck in my head now. I should have never played it. I should have never played that stupid song. Now it's stuck in my head. TS says that Joe Budden crime in America. Interesting. Very interesting. That Nipsey album was done before his death. How do you know? How do you know? How do we know that to be true? I take Wale over Cole. You agree? I do not agree. I do not agree. I don't agree with that. I got to take Cole over Wale, although I enjoy Wale's music lately a lot more. I do not agree with that take. I do not support that take. I do not agree with that at all. Anton, check out the Terra Fab for the new SpaceX data center. It's crazy. All right, we'll get to that in the second half of the show. We do have to address this one thing over in Chicago. There was a school shooter yesterday where two janitors. Yeah, I am going to be on public transportation thinking about it on my way home, too.
For hours, Chicago police had the main entrance to Mark Twain Elementary School taped off as they investigated a shooting that happened inside around 3:30 this afternoon. Police and fire had the area surrounded and closed off for hours.
Apparently, two custodians were got into a disagreement. One shot another. The victim is a male unconscious on the floor by the lunchroom.
I saw two people.
Dog, I thought that it was a school shooter. I thought that this was like like another person, a white person. You know how we profile, right? On the Millionaire Morning Show, that's what we do. We go in and we say, oh man, it's got to be a white person. We don't think of black people as school shooters. It's not the same. I didn't know that it was two custodians that got into it with each other. Come on, family. Stop, bro. Really? Really? Is this what we doing? No, this was yesterday. Two custodians at an elementary school got into it with each other, and they decided to have a shootout. And this is what we talk. Come on, man. Chicago, y'all a mess. Y'all don't even have a proper... I don't want to sound insensitive because I don't want to make it seem like, oh, man, Anton is wishing for it. No, I don't ever want anything to happen at any school whatsoever. But good God, really? You know, and I was going to cover this story yesterday. I was going to do like an exclusive or whatever. And I try not to, you know, do the stories or see the stories before it happened or anything like that. But y'all in there arguing in the elementary school and y'all bringing out the pistols and shooting each other and causing a big old ruckus. Chicago, y'all a mess. Y'all are, let me tell you something. Chicago is the most loserdom city right now in America. Of all of the different crimes, because crime happened everywhere, and sometimes I do pick on y'all a little bit because y'all was dumb enough to pick that dumb mayor, and the dumb mayor couldn't even keep the right police chief, and he got fed up, and the police officers is crazy, and the funeral home situation was diabolical and all of that stuff. But y'all out here shooting each other in an elementary school? Good God. I wouldn't even feel comfortable telling the police, yeah, man, listen. Hey, man, so what happened? What happened? What's going on? Got into an argument over a broom. This nigga keep taking my pine saw. I told him to stop messing with the pine saw and the Fabuloso. He don't want to listen. Then he wanted to turn up on me. Now I'm pretty sure that it's two black guys. Yep. Profiling in action. I am 99.9% sure I would be willing to bet at least a rack. I would bet $1,000 that it is two black men that got into a stupid conversation. One of them couldn't walk away from the other one that was threatening him. And next thing you know, it just went up from there. I am almost 1,000% sure that it is two black guys that don't have any emotional intelligence, that cannot and will not walk away from each other. Because if I walk away, my boys gonna call me, they gonna call me weak, man. They gonna call me, this is so dumb, bro. So y'all got into a fight, got into a shootout inside of the girls' bathroom. One of them was disinfecting the girls' bathroom. The other one took the other one's Fabuloso. And now this is what we doing. We having a whole segment on you fools over there in Chicago.
There's a male unconscious on the floor by the lunchroom.
I saw two people on a stretcher. They were trying to resuscitate somebody.
Witness Jacob Hernandez says he graduated from Mark Twain. He saw the police and fire response.
How you graduate from the elementary school? Wait. Hold on, dog. Yo, this story is getting worse and worse. It's an elementary school. It's an elementary school. Bro, I don't even know if we had a graduation in elementary school. In elementary school, I wasn't going to no graduation in elementary school. It's elementary school. Y'all went to graduation in elementary school, man. I was like, man, I'm so ready to go to middle school. Ain't thinking about no. So wait a minute. Did y'all go to elementary school? No adult says, yeah, man, I graduated from that elementary school. They don't say that. You know what they say? Oh, I went there. Nah, yeah, man, I went to elementary school here. I went to middle school here. And then I graduated from high school from here. Nobody says I graduated from elementary school from there. That's so dumb. Oh my God, this is so dumb. They need to cancel, first of all, they need to cancel elementary school graduations. And I stand on that. Before we get into the rest of this story, let me say that I 1000% believe that we need to cancel elementary school graduations. That ain't nothing but a participation trophy. That is a participation trophy. Nobody should say, I graduated from elementary school. We need to cancel this low-hanging fruit, trying to make everybody feel good about walking across the stage. And we need to cancel elementary school graduations, bro. Somebody said I graduated summa cum laude from my, from my elementary school. Oh, man, this is the dumbest show on the face of the earth right now. This is Room 9. Maybe we should move the news to Room 9, bro.
Play out as he was biking by.
And I heard this guy, he was telling me that he heard a girl screaming.
Police say a 48-year-old woman and a 63-year-old man were both found shot in the head. They were sent to Advocate Christ Medical Center where both died. Police say they did find a weapon at the scene. Chicago Public Schools also sent out this letter from the principal that reads in part, "It is with deep sadness that I inform you that this afternoon shots were fired inside our building. I am sorry to share that members of our school community were impacted." The principal says there were no students inside the school at the time, and they will work to provide parents with more information as the investigation unfolds.
I was about to say, school ain't even in right now. They don't even start school until later on this month.
Students are not expected to come back to school here for another couple of weeks.
How are we supposed to send our kids to school knowing that something like this could happen potentially again?
Felicia Pugo was ready to send her soon-to-be second grader Luna to school on the 24th and had open house a couple days before. Now she's considering sending her to another school nearby. You guys would seriously consider transferring at this point? Because what if this was isolated still at this point?
Yes, I can only imagine if my daughter was here in school. We're just out here on the outskirts thinking like, could it be our child? Not knowing it's an intimate situation with the workers here in the school.
At this time, we do not know the names of the victims, and police are investigating. In Garfield Ridge, Marissa Sulek.
I got to
CBS
find out who
News,
these people
Chicago.
are. Hold on, let me see if I can get up another one. I got to find out who these people are. You're not going to just get away with this and not.
We're starting off with some breaking news. 2 people have died after a shooting at a CPS elementary school this afternoon.
WGN's Christine Flores is now at the school. It's around Midway Airport.
I think that all news should have, if you're not going to show the picture of the people, then you should describe them. That's how it used to be in the 90s. Sorry, Burger 1257 We got a black male on a run, wearing a pair of black Air Force Ones, black blue jeans that are white socks, and a T-shirt that says California Dreamin'. Running down the street, we need to make sure that we get him small afro, One of them also similarly dressed with a black hoodie on in the summertime. You can't miss them. Has braids like O-Dog, and one light skin, one darker skin, one caramel, running down Figueroa Street. There used to be a time where there used to be descriptors where we would know who's who and who to look out for. Now they just say, oh man, shooter on the loose, be aware, trench coat. Everybody in the hood got a trench coat on. Now, they don't want to be everything in turn politically correct, and that's one of the things that piss me off about society today. Everything is politically correct. They don't even describe what the criminals look like anymore. We don't know what all we know is it was a male and a female. We doing good just to get that. Was it a trans male or was it a regular male? Was it a gay male? What was it? Black horses and white socks. I'm telling you, we don't even get the descriptions no more. Oh man, it's a shooter on the loose. What do they dress like? I don't know. What do they look like? Are they black or white? I don't want to get in trouble. Come on, man. Tell me what they look like. You can't have shooters on the loose without describing them. Was it 3 people? Was it 2 people? Was it the man and just a woman? Was it a man that was pissed off that another chick was talking to him, that his homeboy, that he got the job at the janitor, was also busting down this other chick? Did they fall in love with the fine janitor? Because I bet you that's what it was. That's the only reason. Either it was over Fabuloso or it was an in-school relationship. And this is the reason why I keep telling y'all, stop busting down chicks that y'all work with. I know y'all think it's cute. I know y'all think it's cool. If the woman gets shot in the head and the man gets shot in the head, either they both pulled the trigger at the same time or it's another guy that just got pissed off and said, you know what? I'm sick of you cheating on me, LMA.
She's here to tell us the latest. Christine.
Well, Patrick and Micah, good evening. We're currently outside of Mark Twain Elementary School here on 51st and Lotus. Lotus is closed off right now for traffic as this investigation continues. As for the school, fortunately, it's not yet in session. Chicago police say officers responded to the 5100 block of South Lotus Avenue around 3:40 this afternoon. Inside the building, officers found a 48-year-old woman and a 63-year-old man, both suffering from a single gunshot wound to the head.
48-year-old woman, 63-year-old man. Yeah.
The victims were taken to Christ Hospital in critical condition, but police say both were later pronounced dead. A weapon was recovered at the scene. Investigators are now working to determine what led up to the shooting and how the 2 victims may have been connected. A neighbor who wished to only be identified by his first name describes what he saw as the shots rang out.
I was sitting outside having a yard sale in front of my house.
Yeah, Chicago is done. Chicago is done. He ain't even got no teeth. Y'all whites ain't even right in Chicago. Y'all not even getting gentrified. Chicago is over with, bro. Anybody in Chicago, I would usually tell y'all to stay. But the good ones in Chicago that can't leave, y'all got to leave, bro. Remember when I went on the news when they used to always get the worst black person to interview? Chicago is done.
I was at some perks and I was at the yard sale and I seen two people fall out and I don't know. What was the question again? Oh. Me and my girl had been get done doing meth at the yard sale and just heard some shots. Next thing you know, Chief man ran, dropped his gun, and the ambulance was on the way. I'm just happy that there wasn't no kids there.
Come on, man. Chicago, the whites aren't even right. The whites is not even right in Chicago. How do I know? Because anytime that I see a white man with a champion hat on and it's to the side, like this, nigga, that's a poor white. If I see a white man with a champion hat on like this, that's a poor white right there. It just is what it is. Listen, you're not going to sit here and tell me what I see, what I'm not seeing. I know what I see when I see a white man come up to me like this. And I'll be like, I just go ahead and start digging in my pocket. What do you need, George? Because I know one, and his name is George. What's up, George?
I just need something to get me through the day.
He called me Mr. Daniels. He don't even call me Anton like everybody else. He called me Mr. Daniels.
I just need something to get me through the day.
What's up, George, man? Where you headed to, bro?
Anywhere, everywhere, nowhere at the same time.
That's what he say to me every time I see him. Hey, George, man, what are you doing?
I just need something to get me through the day, Mr. Daniels.
Where you going, bro? Where you headed to?
Anywhere, nowhere, and everywhere at the same time.
And I'll be like, oh, my God. I said, George, you're going to have to get another saying, man.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, where you about to go right now? He couldn't even help himself. This is what I see every day. He's like, I said, I said, George, where you going? These people on the streets be cracking me up, man, because I just be getting all of my content. Where you going, George?
And we're nowhere at the same time.
Yo, I be cracking up. I said, man, here, George, take 2 5s, man. Get yourself something to drink. Have a good time, man. Yo, George be out of control, bro. Man, I jumped off of the queue line one day. I seen George dancing in the middle of the street. I said, George, what are you doing?
And everything and nowhere at the same time.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. My life is so awesome. Oh, man. I walk through life cracking up. Every day is an adventure, bro. I know I got a lot of tears in my eyes from laughing so hard. But these guys, man, it's like my brain is just a mental Rolodex of all of the dumb things that you see from people every day, bro. And George just be dancing. He said, I said, George, what you doing?
Anything and everything and nowhere at the same time.
I said, George, you got to get from the middle of the street, bro. You're going to get hit by a car. You can't dance in the middle of the street, bro. Why are you dancing this early? Oh, God, help me, Jesus. Oh, I need to be more serious. I need to be more serious. All right. I need to be more serious going forward. From here on out, this is going to be a serious show. Okay? Because, man, if we going to go to the next level, we going to have to start focusing and start dedicating ourselves to talking like they talk on CNN and Fox News. Oh, God. This is so funny, man. I don't know why. Oh, Jesus.
And with my dog, and I heard pa 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 pa, and
Oh, God. Oh. 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 That should not be funny like that. I don't know what's wrong with me. It's only Tuesday. Didn't I heard ba 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 ba. This is why I like reacting to this stuff in real time, man, because you don't know what's going to happen. Every day you don't know what's going to happen, bro. It's just, the life is just one big, it's a movie. It's a real movie, bro. Yeah, I thought it was only 2 shots too.
And with my dog, and I heard pa 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 pa, and since it's a school, so it echoes. And then I seen the guy chasing the lady back into the school. And then
this is so
At this time,
dumb.
Area 1 detectives are investigating. Police have not yet released a motive for the shooting or a possible suspect. For now, reporting here in Garfield Ridge, Christine Flores, WGN News.
Thank you, Chris.
Yo, this is wild, bro. What are we doing, y'all? We gotta get serious. We gotta get serious, y'all. We gotta focus because we not gonna be able to compete with the bigger agencies and grow and get to the next the next level if we don't focus. Oh, God. It ain't my fault. I didn't know that was going to happen. TS says that's what Black Sam said. Well, what is he supposed to say? He's supposed to say that so that they can sell albums. I saw Major, T.I.'s son, hit King with the car. I seen that too, where they bought him that new car and he ran into his legs. Wesley Turner says, I emailed the H1B video to you a few minutes ago. All right, bet. I'm going to check that out. That's Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh, man. Shout out to the poor whites, man. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are so funny. Every day is a new adventure. All right, what's the title of this show? What are we supposed to be reviewing? Oh, we already did that one. Sophie Cunningham. All right, let's get to some other stuff, y'all. We behind the 8 ball. We behind enemy lines, y'all. We behind enemy lines. All right, we got to talk about I wasn't expecting that elementary school shooting. That was a wild thing, bro. Did we talk about I got a Sharia law, a St. Paul encampment conversation, cost of living. Did we talk about kids, more people living with their adult parents? More adults living with their parents yesterday? Because I was supposed to get to that yesterday, but I don't think I got to it. Let me see. I could tell myself. I don't need nobody. Yesterday, rich people flashing, Muslims. No, I didn't talk about it. Flock cameras. Everybody trying to cut down flock cameras. Dave Ramsey. Let's get serious for a second and do a little bit of Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey was on Fox News and was saying that the American dream has been stolen with regard to real estate and housing. So maybe we should go with that one. I feel like I'm missing something though. Like it was something that I wanted to talk about that I didn't talk about. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Y'all got me distracted, bro, with that that love and basketball and that Chicago situation. Y'all got me really distracted on that, and I don't feel like that was my fault. So I'm not taking responsibility for what happened in that conversation. I believe that I need a pass for that, and we're going to refocus and we're going to recalibrate. We're going to get to the money in these part of the conversations. Money, popular culture, what is happening in the streets. We got to make sure that the people are informed. People are informed about what is happening and what's going on. Let me see. Dave Ramsey. Let's get this audio right. And let me say this also. That's why it's very hard to plan these shows, because it's very hard to plan these shows sometimes because I don't know I don't know where I'm gonna go with it. I'm surprised you don't listen to it. I do. I have a whole list of about 10 different things that I want to talk about. But then once I start getting into the show, I don't want to talk about that same stuff anymore. And so I have some other things that's in my mind and on the list and stuff. And I say, you know what? Well, let's pivot here, because you can prepare. One thing that my pastor taught me one time, right? He said, Anton, he said, always study and always prepare for whatever the lesson is supposed to be. He said, but when the Spirit hits you, I don't fight it. Just because you're prepared doesn't necessarily mean you're not going to go where the Spirit takes you. And so I took that same narrative and that same approach to everything. It's like a vibe, right? You know when certain things is supposed to be and when it's not supposed to be. And sometimes when it doesn't work, you have to pivot, right? Or when there's more things that goes with the flow of the show, you got to pivot. And so you want to be in a position where you can pivot, and not when you got to just stay so stringent to where you're just going to keep on pushing it during this, down that same path without it actually being conducive to the audience. So that's the kind of the way that I think about it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go over to Dave Ramsey real quick.
It's any moment now to talk up the economy, as the latest Fox poll shows fewer Americans feeling good about their finances. So let's bring in Dave Ramsey now, founder and CEO of Ramsey Solutions. Dave, we're so happy to have you back on the program.
Thank you. Good to be back with you.
This seems to be the running message right now while Wall Street's rocking. I mean, throw that Dow up there. Gosh, if you're invested in the American stock market right now, record high. I think this is the 23rd or 24th record high for the Dow Jones Industrial Average this year, Dave. It's up 1,000 points right now. So if you're in there, you're rocking. There's a lot of economic stats we can point to that say this is a strong economy, but these polls show people still don't feel that comfortable, or they feel strained, or they're still feeling the effects of some of these high prices. So what say you about the way people feel right now in this economy?
Well, the problem is that feelings aren't facts. They create facts in our head, but they're not facts. And we all deal with this. And when you're looking at your personal situation, you have to say, okay, facts are my friends, not feelings. Now, what are the facts? Well, the truth is a lot of people feel boxed out of the housing market right now, for example. And yet we've got trillion-dollar debts in cars and autos, $1 trillion in credit card debt, $1 trillion, almost $2 trillion now in student loans. And guess who's carrying that? Well, these last two generations to come on the scene. Well, they don't have good feelings right now because Citibank has stolen all their stinking money with what's in your wallet. And, you know, Congress with the student loan debt and so on. And so that's where those feelings come from, is they're jammed up in their budget regardless of what the S&P is doing. You know, the market's up 13% year to date. That's awesome. And how about the last 4 years? If you'd had money in just an S&P, your money would have doubled in the last 4 years. But no, we're not participating in any of that because all we're doing is paying payments.
Fair enough. And it's sometimes that's something people, when they're so busy, they're not even looking at. And they say, where did all my money go? Dave.
This is why I tell people a lot of times that you have to, everything in you. I've been preaching this message for the last 6+ years. And I've been telling my bag chasers, and to an extent, I've been telling the people on the Millionaire Morning Show, lower your lifestyle and prepare. Lower your lifestyle and prepare. Prepare for one, Anton, to take advantage of things that other people will not be able to take advantage of when the opportunity presents itself. The number one way that people get rich and richer is that they are in a position to take advantage of what happens in the economy when things change. When the tariffs came into place, when Trump came into office, when the stock market started to explode, when you was able to take advantage of the S&P 500, so on and so forth, all of these different things, right? And when all of the liberals was sitting there talking about doom and gloom, what were we talking about here? What were we talking about on the Patreon? All right, y'all, this is our moment. We're going to make it. We're going to get rich. We got to pull money out of this. We're going to run it up. We made money with Rivian. We made money with NVIDIA. We made money with all of these different companies, right? So then, now that you've been disciplined enough to say, you know what? I'm not going to take the vacation. I'm not going to buy the new car. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit there and let my wife try to tell me that we not doing well enough just because she paying attention to her homegirls and she talking to her friends and she looking at social media. Now, this is the time for us to really double down and put as much money as we can, dollar cost average, put as much money as we can into our portfolio. And guess what? If you were in a position to benefit, if you are not one of these people that decided that you wanted to live your life like it was a pandemic, you ran the bag up and you are benefiting from the economy. There's two different economies, and there will always be two different economies. The first economy is the one where you got all of these people sitting there talking about, oh my God, the grocery prices and the gas prices and this and that and so on and so forth. But guess what? If you look at that person's Instagram, if you go back and you look at what they was posting over the last 5 years, they've been living life la vida loca, and now they have to pay the piper. The second economy is the ones where people that have resources take advantage of what happens when people don't have resources. They run up a bag. They run up a bag. Of course people was going to go off on me at the time. I'm like, Tonstradamus is in the building. When I got another offer and I said, well, I'm about to go back into corporate America because they made me a crazy offer and I don't even have to depend on the money. I'm going to just stack the money and make sure I keep it invested. The people were sitting there, oh my God, I can't believe you. You got a job? You got a job? Now we sitting here looking at people saying, I can't find a job. I can't find a job. When everybody was running out buying homes during the pandemic, and I told people, I said, hey, listen, don't buy a home. Don't buy a home. Don't buy a home. Don't buy a home because they charging $100,000, $150,000. People was coming up on my platform asking me questions, sending super chats. Anton, should I buy it right now? I mean, it's a bidding war and it's going to go up 90,000 more. I said, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, we're going to pull all of our money out of the stock market because Trump is going to put in tariffs. I said, that's the time to put your money in. This is the low point. We about to run up a bag, y'all. Every single stock club since we started the Patreon has been a hit. I've never missed. I've never missed one time. Bro, Your lack of discipline is preventing you from getting to the bag. Your lack of discipline is preventing you. Yeah, them people are stuck in that house because they got it at such a low interest rate, but they overpaid for the house, so they can't sell the house unless they reduce the price. And their house poor. So what happens is now they don't want to sell the house, and they trying to figure out how to get their money together or get some roommates, because if they sell the house and they buy another one at a lower price, they're going to have a lot higher interest rate. They stuck. They're stuck. Stuck on stupid. Hey, y'all, spend the money. Get out of debt. Pay off your student loans. It's coming back. They're not charging no interest. The market will reveal to you the opportunities. Very few people are going to be wise enough and disciplined enough to take advantage of it. The market, let me say it again. There will never be a time that the market does not provide you with an opportunity. There will never be a time where the market will not provide you with an opportunity. The question is, are you disciplined enough, and do you have the wherewithal to take advantage of it? That's why I'm always not caring what the culture says. Don't give a flying F what the culture say. Anton, why don't you care what the culture say? Because the culture is always wrong. And I'm never going to listen to where the majority of the people are poor and where the majority of the people make bad decisions. Why would I sit there and listen to you give me advice and you ain't got a pot to piss in? You ain't never been right. You ain't never made a right prediction in your life. Man, you crazy. Man, we buying into SpaceX. Okay, well, if you're going to do it, at least wait. Not yet. Not on the IPO. Don't debut it or whatever. But man, he was up 15% yesterday. But it's down. It's down overall. And people are losing their shirt. And we haven't even gotten to the point to where the people can dump their shares into the market yet so that they can try to get out. Man, Anton don't know what he's talking about. Meanwhile, we running up a bag and running up a bag and running up a bag and running up a bag. There's always going to be two different economies. There's always going to be two different economies. It's going to be one for everybody else and one for us. One for everybody else and one for us. Somebody said to me yesterday, and they said it in the chat, in the super chat, and they said, Anton was always referencing 2008 because it changed my life. 2008 was more than just me not having no money or me getting laid off. 2008 hurt my heart. And the reason why I'm always going to remember it and it hurt my heart is because I seen buying opportunities and I didn't have no money. I had buying opportunities, housing, man, I should have had the money to buy so many houses. Housing, stocks was at record lows, all of this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, look at this. And I'm out here struggling, trying to figure it out because I ain't had no money to take advantage of it. And I made up in my mind then, never again. From now on, I'm going to be a buyer. I'm never going to be a seller. From now on, I'm always going to be in a position to take advantage, not the one that's getting taken advantage of. It changed my perspective because I knew better. I seen it. I had read it. I studied it. I had studied every single aspect of it, but I didn't have any money to put into motion. And it didn't mean nothing because you can know everything and you don't have any money and it don't make no difference. It wasn't just for sale. It was a fire sale. Fire sale. And I said, never again. Never again will I not be in the position to make some money. That's when I decided, you know what? It ain't even worth it to go and ball out with y'all because I balled out with y'all and now look at all of us. Now we all broke together and I don't feel better. And people made themselves feel better because they was like, well, everybody getting their houses foreclosed on. Everybody going through it. And I was like, man, this is trash. This is trash. Just because you broke don't make me feel better because I'm broke too. And they'll get mad at me and they'll say, you know what? I tuned out. I unsubscribed from Anton because I don't like the way that he talks. Cool. Cut off your nose to spite your face. I don't give a F. I don't care what you like. We're going to get richer with or without you. You're not hurting us by you not getting richer, dummy. There are some people that I adamantly disagree on some things, but then at the same time, I look at it and I say, but you know what? I got to listen to them on that because they smart as hell when it comes to their investments. They smart as hell when it comes to their business acumen. They smart as hell. Magic Johnson is the worst father, in my opinion, one of the worst fathers in America. But I would be a fool not to listen to Magic Johnson when it came to his business acumen because I'm able to separate the two. I could separate how I feel about you culturally versus how I look at your business acumen and how you put certain plays together. I'm not going to not listen to Magic Johnson because I don't like the way that he father, because of what he promote when it comes to his fathership. I'm going to pay attention to what Magic Johnson say. Y'all let y'all feelings and y'all emotions get in the way with this stuff, and it always kick you right in your ass because you think that you think it's based off of how you feel. You got to put your emotions to the side and make a good decision. Put your emotions to the side and be able to separate it. And I've been trying to teach y'all that by example. And I say, hey, guys, we got to remove our biases. I talk about it on Room 9. I talk about it on After Hours. Hey, guys, we got to remove our biases. We got to be able to separate the two. Hey, listen, I'm able to separate how I may feel about the person from their talking point. I can hear anything from anybody. How did they do it, though? People sit there and talk negatively about Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey don't know what he's talking about. Dave Ramsey is $100+ millionaire. You'd be a fool not to listen to Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not for the new Gen Zs. One thing I learned in my lifetime is that the rule of money don't care about your race. It don't care about your color. It don't care about your gender. It don't care about how tall you are. It don't care about how old you are. The rule of money works, and it's universal. It's like math. It works 10 times out of 10, and it doesn't care about how old you are, what generation you were born in. It works across the board. It doesn't care about none of that. It's indiscriminate. It's indiscriminate. So I'm supposed to listen to this dummy over here that don't know nothing. That ain't even a dollar millionaire. Give me some advice, and I'm not supposed to take nothing from Dave Ramsey, right? You got it. You got it. That's how foolish we are. That's the problem with separating yourself based off of whether you like somebody or not.
You mentioned the housing market, and this has been a big struggle for so many because interest rates remain high. This is the average 30-year U.S. mortgage rate has risen to the highest level in a year. It's now 6.66%. This is the median price for a single-family home is now almost $450,000. That's up almost 2% year over year, according to the National Association for Realtors. So what about housing affordability? And what do you say to those, especially first-time home buyers who say, they're losing faith in the American dream. It's hard to get into that first home.
Yeah, again, I go back to what we were talking about a minute ago. The American dream's been stolen from them because they got screwed by these banks and by Congress with the student loan debt. If you don't have any student loan debt, you don't have any credit card debt, and you don't have a $1,200 car payment, you can afford a house in America today. And with an average household income.
Listen to what he said. Listen, he is preaching exactly what I preach. Listen to all of the criteria. Listen to what he's saying.
Yeah, again, I go back to what we were talking about a minute ago. The American dream's been stolen from them because they got screwed by these banks and by Congress with the student loan debt. If you don't have any student loan debt.
If you don't have any student loan debt.
You don't have any credit card debt.
You don't have credit card debt.
And you don't have a $1,200 car payment.
And you don't have car debt. If you don't have student loan debt, credit card debt, car debt, lifestyle inflation, you're winning. You can do anything you want. You can afford whatever it is that you want to get. If you eliminate the cost of your lifestyle and then you start spending your money on investments in a brokerage account, you're winning. You're unaffected by what's going. As a matter of fact, you're affected in a positive way by what's going on in the economy. Bruh, I catch public transportation. I see people that sit there and tell me, they said, Anton, I have to do this. Train, public transport, bus. 4 out of the 5 days a week, I'm on the train. I'm catching the train. I'm catching a bus. I catch the bus to the office, to the studio. I have more money than I'll ever be able to probably spend in my entire lifetime. You sitting there, you better than me. I wear a t-shirt most of the time. I wear a black t-shirt right there. Black t-shirt, black Levi's, high quality shirt, no logos on it. Black t-shirt, black Levi's, and I wear some scuffed up Versace shoes on my way into the studio every day, and I catch the bus. And you better than me. Let me show you the uniform. I'll show you the uniform. I have no problem showing you the uniform. It's the uniform every day. Almost every day when I'm on my way into the studio and I'm catching a bus. Got the Levi's. Simple Levi's. Black t-shirt. T-shirt, Levi's. Sneakers. That's it. Levi's, t-shirt, sneakers. Sneakers ain't even in that great a condition. I walk around just like a freaking white man. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I put miles on my shoes. I be walking in my joints. I be walking in my joints. I catch the bus. I catch the train. I gotta figure out what the bus schedule is. Oh man, okay. So what time is coming in? What time the bus schedule is coming in? I be on my iPad in my book bag. I bring out my iPad. I be working on the train and I be chilling. But you'll see people sitting there telling me, oh no, I can't do public transportation. Why? You live right down the street. Why would you pay $2,000 when you add in insurance, gas, maintenance, the car note itself? Why would you waste money on that? Somebody said, why wear the Gucci belt with the Versace shoes? Because it's a good, nice leather belt. Because it's a really good leather belt. This is the type of belt that you can whoop somebody with just in case. It's a weapon too. Got a nice buckle at the end of it. You take it off. This is also a dog deterrent. This is also a nice dog deterrent. Just in case I need to get mobile on them. It's quick with it. And I got my vlog camera. Quick with it. What? Do you know how effective this is as a, you know how heavy this is? This is heavy. Hear that? This is a dog deterrent. Anybody that grew up in the city know you got to have a dog deterrent just in case you see some wild animals walking around here. That's why. It's just the perfect belt for making something happen. Any more questions? It is. It's a weapon. It's a weapon. Any more questions? Hey, you gonna feel that. You gonna feel that belt. You absolutely gonna feel that belt. But again, all jokes aside, I need people to come to the front of the congregation and understand that we gotta start. If you don't do it for yourself, you gotta do it. I got Gucci shoes also, but I just like these are more comfortable. I buy stuff a lot of times also based off of comfort. I got a bunch of shoes over there that's brand new. I got shoes over there that's brand new. You got the Louis. I love these. Haven't even been worn. Right? Brand new. Got some more right here. These are the one you brought me these. Your car. Got some more over there. Right? Brand new. I got a bunch of shoes. I got a ton of shoes. I got so many different shoes that I never wore before. But it's not always about the brand. Sometimes it's just about being comfortable. I like these. I like these. These are super comfortable. Man, I put miles on these. These are my walking shoes. These shoes were made for walking, and that's just what I do. And one of these days, these shoes are gonna walk all over you. That's what I do. I walk. I walk. So, you know, I make sure that I'm comfortable. And when you catch the bus in comfort. That's what I'm focused on. Let's see if anything else we got to get out of this before we move on to the next thing.
You can afford a house in America today. With an average household income, because the average is almost $450,000. But that, of course, includes California and you folks in Manhattan. When we look out here in the Midwest, for instance, the average is $329,000, and you can buy that on an $80,000 income if you don't have payments coming out your stinking ears.
Facts.
But it's very difficult to find your way to that, and it's easy to blame interest rates or to blame house prices,
Facts.
which are a real thing. That's a real thing, and it's
Dave is talking that talk
out.
right now.
But you've got to clear the debt off the plate, which then enables you to have the disposable income to be able to afford a house payment and the repairs and maintenance on owning a home, which is a great investment. And I want everyone to be able to get a home as soon.
It's so easy to be able to make your house payment and have a home when you don't have a whole lot of other things that's pulling on you.
As you can. But yeah, you got to get the stuff off your back. You can't be driving a $1,400 a month Escalade and wondering why you're broke.
Yeah, more than that. All fair points. Don't panic and rush into something you can't afford. Get yourself out of debt completely. Save up for that 20% hold down payment. Rent a little longer if you have to. Save aggressively. I love those tips. Then you have the biggest mistakes that Americans are making today when it comes to affordability in the economy. Share those with us, including trying to look rich instead of actually becoming rich.
You know, what's hilarious is I've been doing this for almost 40 years now on talk radio and coaching people with money, and it's still the same three things, isn't it? It's still it's human nature to want to have a car that looks good to the person sitting next to you at the stoplight. That's human nature. I've got it too. But we've just got to say it's more important to what happens to my family than what other people think about what I'm doing. And so if you buy an item and no one ever saw you with that item, would you be okay and would you still buy that item? That'll keep you from buying a whole lot of things right there. So, and you can't finance a lifestyle and that you haven't earned, and then turn around and try to buy a house. It's not going to work. All these things work together. And your income, of course, is your greatest wealth building tool. I mean, if you take a car payment that's gone, a student loan that's gone, and you know, all your credit card debt is gone, and you're living on a plan, a couple can invest and really take advantage of this wonderful stock market boom right now.
I want to finish off with a question the Wall Street Journal is asking, and when is it time to have the talk with your parents? A lot of folks are dealing with aging parents today, and they wonder how to have that financial discussion, or, you know, when it's time to turn over the car keys or get a caregiver. Dave, do you have any suggestions for families and how they approach this very difficult discussion?
Well, first and foremost, remember to honor the person that you're talking to.
Facts.
They've got socks older than you. Honor them. And honor what they've accomplished and what they have done right.
Everything
in
that he's
their
saying
life.
is
Instead
biblical.
of starting the conversation with wagging your finger and saying this is all the things you're doing wrong. It's not well taken with anyone, but particularly when you're dealing with someone that's older than you. And always remember too that you're dealing with the powdered butt syndrome. Once someone has powdered your butt, they don't want your advice on sex or money. And so it's very difficult to have these talks.
I don't know why
hard.
people don't listen to Dave.
But it's necessary, and so you sit down and say, Mom and Dad, hey, I don't need anything from you except to make sure that I can honor your wishes, to make sure that you're taken care of. How can I serve you? I love you, I honor you, you're amazing. How can I help? Rather than coming in like the authority with the glasses down on the end of your nose with a speech on the tip of your tongue.
Yeah, and as the Wall Street Journal mentions too,
yeah, everything that he's saying is biblical. Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read some of what y'all got going on. Only Just Commentary says, question, when developing a startup. Now, let me say before you even finish the question, anything could be a startup that you're working on that is new, maybe not even generating revenue, but you got the opportunity to make a lot of money. Do you believe it's beneficial to outsource important but repeatable tasks to low-wage employees in order to scale faster? Or should you just do everything yourself to begin with? It depends on what the task is. But no, I don't have a problem with outsourcing. Outsourcing can be good. Shit. When I was in school, I outsourced some homework. I don't know what you're talking about. I already told y'all that before. Man, listen, I'm an entrepreneur to my core. What class was that? That was, was it an SQL class? I don't remember what it was. Man, I'll outsource anything if I need to. Sometimes it's not worth it to outsource it because the quality may suffer. Man, I already told y'all that story before. I don't have no, ain't no Dr. Bryant's over here. Ain't no Dr. Bryant's over here. Man, I outsourced homework before. This was before now in today's time or whatever. But yeah, man, if you could repeat the quality to where the product doesn't suffer, then make sure that you go ahead and outsource it. Absolutely. 100%. Everything don't have to be in-house. What is messy mathematician in there is going? She being a bad girl right now, y'all. Yeah, I outsourced some homework. It was I think it was SQ. Well, no, it wasn't SQ. It was I took a JSP class. Let me see something. Yeah, I think I took a JSP class. I think that's what it was. A Java server pages class, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember exactly what it was. That was a long, long, long time ago. But, man, I was in there. I was like, I could definitely get somebody to do this. And I ain't got to present it myself? Nah, we about to get this popping. I was happy to spend that money. I was getting money in at that time, too. I was happy to spend that money. What are you pissed about, Messy? See, now I can't show no shoes now. She over there attacking my people that I work with because your car held me down and looked out for me and said, yo, I seen these and this is what you like. And so I need to, that's what we do over here. That's what friends do. We make sure that everybody taken care of, Messy. Dang. Messy is on my people's head. Of all of that we talked about, that's the only part that she heard. And now she on some where my shoes at. Oh my gosh. Messy is being so extra. Your car, don't do it. Don't let her bully you, your car. Your car, don't let Messy bully you. All right? Because I know how your car is. Your car is a generous person, and next thing you know, he going to want to be doing stuff for everybody. Don't let Messy bully you, your car. Your car is working. He working hard out here in these streets. All right? Make sure you guys hit a like and for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications. Let me read some more of these soups. Only just commentary. Shout out to you. I appreciate you for the super chat. Also, Saturday Night Beater says 2008, they tried to embarrass me. Yeah, they did. They tried to embarrass me out in these streets. Liz, what up, Liz? What up, baby girl? Mr. Daniels, please don't remove the laughter from your show. I haven't laughed this hard since my son died 3 years ago. I forgot how good it feels to laugh. You did that. Thank you so much. I only watch you. I ain't about to stop. If anybody know me, know that I am stubborn, and Time Dog is not about to stop. Exactly what we've been doing on this show for a long time. And I'm glad that I was able to make y'all laugh. Manny Plays PC says, you scared of a dog? I knew you were. Ain't nobody scared of no dog. Now, listen, there's a difference between a dog and a raging pit bull. And we used to have a lot of them in the hood in the D. We used to have a lot of them. Look at Messy. Messy says, wait, your car buying shoes? I tell him I wear a 38. Just kidding, but not just kidding. Shout out to the chat. What up, AD? What up, Messy? I love her hair. If y'all ain't never met Messy, I met Messy. I met Messy in Detroit, too. I was kicking it with Messy in Detroit. That's my baby girl. Latrell says people fail to understand their greatest asset is their earning ability. That is true. You are your greatest asset. Let's continue on with the money talk because people are concerned with the cost. They say they're concerned with the cost of groceries still. And a $20 burrito is one of the highlights of that. Yeah, I heard about that too, Dark City. I heard about that too. I'll talk about that in a minute. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
It's the tweet that set off a political debate over the price of burritos.
We're going to bring you up to speed on the great burrito debate of 2026.
A spokesperson at Turning Point USA spilled the beans, posting that a college student recently complained to him about the rising cost of food, telling him a burrito shouldn't cost $20. That post hit a nerve among conservatives, discussing food prices which are up more than 4% since President Trump took office.
A burrito shouldn't cost $20. How is the kid wrong? Prices are out of control. People can't afford it. It's undeniable, just undeniable.
President Trump has insisted that prices are coming down, but even some of his own supporters are raising concern, like this person whose email was read on the Charlie Kirk show.
We have 5 kids. Groceries are unaffordable. I am a Trump guy, but he is not turning this around. Doesn't matter how often he brags about eggs.
Others say young people should stop complaining. Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw posted, "Stop whining, get a job, eat ramen like the rest of us did in college. Conservative columnist Mark Thiessen wrote, "Cry me a river. The burritos in the college cafeteria are included in your meal plan," saying that a burrito only costs $20, quote, when you buy it on DoorDash. Vice President J.D. Vance taking the student side and firing back at Thiessen, saying, "I'm surprised to hear Mark say this. If you've ever met him in person, it's quite obvious the man has never missed a burrito."
A former Trump campaign official responded, saying people should not dismiss the economic anxieties of young Americans.
More Americans now saying they're struggling to afford groceries.
So they are sitting here debating. You got conservatives debating the cost of a burrito. Seriously? Have we really scraped the bottom of the barrel to where people are saying that, first of all, what burrito? I'm gonna order one right now. Let's see. Chipotle, DoorDash. And you know that the prices a lot of times be also inflated on DoorDash. Let's go to Chipotle. Oh, let's just go to Burrito. Burrito. Let's see. Top of the list. Chipotle. I guess we can pick Chipotle, right? A burrito bowl is $12. A burrito is $12. So let me ask y'all a question again, because I'm looking at this and I'm trying to figure out, because before you start debating something and before you start going back and forth with people, you have to be able to qualify where their sources come from. All right. I'm looking at this right now, and it's saying that the cost of a burrito is on DoorDash is $12.35. All right. $12.35 for the cost of a burrito on DoorDash. All right. Let me see if I can go to another restaurant. Canato's Tacos. I actually like Canato's Tacos. It's pretty dope. Burrito. A build your own burrito is $12.55. All right. So the first conversation that I'm trying to figure out is, where are y'all buying burritos for $20? Where are y'all buying burritos for $20? Why are people arguing about burritos being $20? Well, y'all saying plus tip. Here's the thing. Everybody don't have to get it on DoorDash. Most people actually can go to the store, or you can go to Chipotle. That's number one. Number two, you do realize that you can actually go to the grocery store and you can buy some wraps, some cheese, some lettuce, some beans, some rice, tomatoes, and you can actually go and make your own burritos if that's what you just want. Tacos are super cheap. Tacos are very, very, very cheap. You can go and get some taco shells or wraps, meat, salsa, sour cream, cheese, whatever it is that you want on your tacos, and you can make a whole bunch of them for the same price that you would buy a burrito for. Y'all, you know you can. I remember back when we was in school, you know what the number one thing was to get? A Foreman grill. One of the biggest things to get back in the day, especially if you were even if you didn't live on campus, one of the biggest things I remember that people were buying each other, and one of the biggest gifted, George Foreman made a ton of money, was a Foreman grill. People were getting Foreman grills, and it was on a slope, and it had a little cup holder type of thing at the bottom of it, and it would slide all of the grease out so you wouldn't be eating all of the grease and stuff, and people were getting Foreman grills. That's what people were buying, people. Foreman grills. And you can make anything on it. It was like a little makeshift grill. People were getting Foreman grills. Yes, you can still go and get tacos for like $2. It's Taco Tuesday. Ooh, it's Taco Tuesday. I'm not really eating tacos right now. Really, lately I've been eating what's it? It's new to me, but it may not be new to y'all. It's called I think it's called Sweet Green. Past orders. Yep, I think it's called Sweet Green. 7 greens. Yep. I don't know if y'all got this where y'all at, but I've been eating 7 greens lately, so that's, and Big B coffee, getting my coffee. So I've been eating 7 greens. So I don't know. I just got this thing where I'm really into that type of thing until I get tired of it. But anyways, my point is that why are people arguing over a $20 burrito? It's almost like y'all finding the most expensive product that y'all can find so that y'all can figure out how to argue about it. The most expensive thing that y'all can find so that y'all can argue about it. The fact of the matter is, it's not too expensive if you actually doing the thing that people used to do, and it's going to the grocery store. Most people don't want to go to the grocery store. Most people don't want to cook for themselves. Most people don't want to take the time to actually do a dish or two. They don't. They don't want to take the time to do what they're supposed to do. And so now you got Republicans posturing, trying to make themselves look good in front of voters. And I'm going to keep it 100 with you. I think that J.D. Vance right now is really, really, really playing the game and trying to be diplomatic. It's kind of unbecoming. Unfortunately, is Eric D in the chat? I don't even want him to hear what I'm about to say. I'm starting to get a little bit turned off by J.D. Vance and his rhetoric. It's like he's always trying to say the right thing. And I don't know if he get it or not, but you have to be honest with the people. I am. I'm starting. Probably not going to get invited to the White House if I keep talking like this. So I got to be a little bit more careful with my words. Nah, I'm going to just keep it 100 with you. I am, bro. I'm starting. I feel like J.D. Vance has been telling people, and he's trying to. That's why he's selling the book. That's why he went on The View. Now he's sitting here saying, I'm surprised to hear Mark say this. Like, I'm starting to feel like J.D. Vance is really trying to posture to be on the opposite side of Trump and to be a completely different person than the reason why we were rocking with J.D. Vance in the first place. I'm leaning more towards Marco Rubio if Marco Rubio was the person that decided that he ever want to run for president of the United States. It's not that I don't think that J.D. Vance wouldn't make a great president, but I'm honestly, it's weird to me. I'll say that.
A poll from the AP and NORC shows 41% of Americans last month reported being concerned about being able to afford groceries over the next few months, up from 24% in April. Joining me now to break down the results of the poll is Jennifer Benz, director of the AP NORC Center for Public Affairs Research at the University of Chicago. Jennifer, thank you so much for making the time and joining us. So what stands out the most to you about this poll? What are people saying about the stress they're feeling about the economy and affording their basic needs?
Yeah, in our poll, which was taken in July, we're definitely seeing that many Americans.
Where do they take these polls at, and how can I join in? I've never gotten anybody that wanted to get my opinion on a poll that I can remember in recent memory.
Americans are expressing economic concerns, and particularly this issue around grocery prices. We found that 41% of adults are extremely or very concerned about being able to afford their groceries in the next few months. But I think one thing that's unique is that we're also seeing concerns about other areas of the economy impacting people's stress over affordability as well. We see the proportion of adults that are concerned about gas prices starting to inch up as well. And it's really this idea that people are the kind of sort of compounding effects of people feeling concerned about prices from healthcare and housing and groceries and gas all hitting them at the same time.
It's almost amazing how I've been able to solve for all of these problems in my own personal life. From finding a concierge doctor that was cheaper than what I was paying out of my healthcare coverage when I had a job, to taking public transportation when I don't even have to take public transportation. That's almost practically free to me, to actually going to the grocery stores and cooking for yourself and all of these things that I do on a regular basis. Yet we see people, that made bad decisions because you know the one thing that I'm very aggravated about and what that bothers me more when I hear people talk about it, just being honest with you, is people that say, I have a lot of kids. People that say, I have a lot of kids. I got 5 kids. Ain't nobody asked you to have all of them kids. Ain't nobody tell you that you needed to go on a D-slanging spree. Nobody told you to go out here and be busting it down for a rip. Oh, I got 5 kids. Nigga, who told you to have 5 kids? Man, we got a whole lot of kids. We got 7 kids. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? How does that have anything to do with us and what we got going on in these conversations? Yo, y'all do listen, anybody that have kids, I love you. I think that you're awesome. Thank you for supplying us with more workers for the future. And the reason that I'm saying that is because that feeds directly into the Patreon video that I just recorded this morning. But anybody that has a whole lot of kids and is complaining about having kids, I don't feel sorry for you. That was a personal decision, and you need to take responsibility and ownership of your situation. We don't care. Man, I gotta buy school supplies for my 5 kids. So you didn't know that kids was gonna need school supplies before you decided to have them? How is that a us problem? That's a you problem. That's a you decided that you wanted to have children, and so you need to be accountable for what you decided to do. They say that in the other part. Somebody tweeted, I have 5 kids. Everybody that I know, well, no, that's not true. I ain't gonna say it because it's not true.
Right. And how do the numbers in this latest poll compare to previous polls? Have you seen a major difference?
We have seen some changes. Again, we are seeing this impact of gas prices starting to inch up. And it's sort of that compounding effect. Other concerns about aspects of housing and healthcare, those concerns about the economy have been holding fairly steady for quite some time now.
I see. And how else are you seeing affordability issues reflected in your polling?
I think what we're seeing is that people are starting to make some behavioral changes in their own day-to-day lives.
What? You decided that you needed to make some changes in your life so that your life could be a lot more affordable?
people feel like they can't do very much about prices on housing or healthcare or gas at the pump, but they can do something about dealing with grocery prices. And we saw that about 6 in 10 Americans told us that they're starting to make changes at the grocery store in order to pay for other types of necessities.
Let me tell you something, bro. The only thing that I'm a whine and cry and complain about is the things that I can't control. And that's stuff like taxes, property taxes, sales taxes, bag taxes, over taxes. That's the thing that I can control what I buy at the store. I can control how often I go shopping. I can control what type of clothes that I buy. I can control what type of car that I decide that I want to drive. I can control all of that. I'm not happy about property taxes. That don't make me feel good inside. So I'm going to complain about that. I can control all the rest of that. I can cut everything down to the bone. I can go back to streaming in my house, exclusively, only streaming in my house, and be fine. I don't even need a studio if I don't need a studio. I can completely go without a car. If I wanted to get rid of every car, I can go without a car. I ain't tripping about that. And property taxes, though, that pissed me off. Oh, here we go. Same old conversation. Anton, you're being disingenuous when you said you were able to figure it out. You lived in a time where things weren't as expensive. Am I not alive right now? First of all, when I got hired into the steel mill, I wasn't making $25, $30, $40 an hour. I wasn't. I think my first orientation before I got my 90 days in, they were paying us $12 an hour, if I'm not mistaken. When I first got hired into the steel mill, when I was 18 years old, they were offering $12 an hour, and I was happy to go get it. Then once I got my time in and once I got my, whatever you got hired in and all of that stuff, then that's when you started running up a bag. And then I worked every single day that I can get my hands on. Every piece of overtime, I worked it. People in the 80s will tell you that the reason why they started to make trash vehicles, the Pinto, the Fox Body Mustang, all of that stuff, is because gas was out of control relative to the time. People in the 80s will tell you that interest rates on homes was 17%, 16 and 17%. We had a gas crisis in the 80s. In the 80s. %17 interest rate. But guess what? They didn't have all of this special financing. You got your mortgage, you paid it off as fast as you could, and then that's how they was able to retire. People back then didn't live extravagant lifestyles. They didn't wear $1,000 shoes. They didn't even wear Jordans. They wore the same. You know what your daddy wore? The same shoes every single day to work. The same ones. He didn't switch up. He wore work shoes every day. Every day. He wore work shoes to work. His gear wasn't even going out to date. His gear, some people don't even remember their father outside of a work uniform. Some people don't even remember their father out of a work uniform. They remember that big old rocking couch, that the good furniture had plastic on it. They didn't have $2,000 phones and $200 phone bills. They didn't go on vacation and go flying. They didn't fly holes in and out. They wasn't tricking. They wasn't taking their chicks to Prime and Proper and Ocean Prime. They didn't have social media. They didn't even have cable. Some households didn't even have a TV. Some households didn't have a TV. When I was coming up, we had hand-me-downs. When my brothers got fresh, I was fresh because whatever they wore, I was going to be wearing it too. All the kids wasn't getting Bottega shoes and Balenciagas. Bro, I had XJ900s until my brothers started really getting a job and they was able to go shopping for themselves. And then I started wearing their stuff. The cost of living was lower because people had different lifestyles. People don't want to sacrifice because they're too busy playing keep up with the Joneses with people that don't care anything about them. And that is the truth. We hooped all day. That's all we did. We was outside. We didn't have no costs. We drunk out of the water hose. It wasn't the same because it wasn't the same. We actually did physical activity. We went to the mall just to walk around. We wasn't even buying nothing. We went to the mall to go talk to girls. XJ900s was some shoes that you got at Payless. I'm tired of people making excuses on why they can't make this. I make the sacrifice. I catch the bus today. Wasn't no moving out on your own. We didn't move out on our own quick. We was chilling at the crib. I didn't go off to college. I got accepted into a bunch of colleges. I graduated from Cass Technical High School. I didn't go off to college. I stayed home because I was looking at everybody else and I was like, y'all dumb as hell. This is the honest to God truth. I was like, y'all dumb as hell. All of my friends was like, man, we going to Michigan State. I'm going to an HBCU. I'm going to here. I'm going to Spelman. I'm going to all of this. The girl I was talking to in high school, she said, yeah, I'm going to go to Spelman. I was like, you dumb as hell. She was like, what you going to do? I was like, man, I'm going local. I went local. I looked at that school bill. I was like, hell no. I dropped out after first semester. I said, I'm coming back to college after I get a job and I can successfully pay for it. I went and got a job and I worked overtime and I stayed home until I got married in my 20s. And then I decided to go back to school. I waited to have a child. I didn't have a bunch of children out of wedlock. I only had one. I was very intentional. Even when I made mistakes, I was still intentional. I was like, yeah, but I'm not about to do what that dumb mother ever did. I ain't about to do what he doing. He gonna be paying them student loans forever. I was 18 years old. I knew that. I didn't need nobody to coach me on that. Man, I'm not about to go get no student loans for that whack degree. What you about to get a degree in? Liberal arts? Man, you stupid as hell, bro. They was like, oh, nah, man, Anton, you don't know what you're doing. I was like, yeah, okay. All right. I hear you, homie. Word. I was driving my Buick Regal. I bought a car cash, used. I didn't go and get a car note. Y'all know all of these stories already, so you can't sit here and tell me something that's not true. Somebody said, but Anton, what about the college experience? I was up on campuses, just like everybody else. I just ain't had no classes up there. Because that's where the hoes was, right? So we was up on campus doing what we do, hanging out, yo, in the student union, having a good time. We'll go visit U of M, go visit the homies up at MSU. We was over at Eastern. I had one homeboy that was over at Western, over in Kalamazoo. And UAD Mercy, We had the college experience. We just didn't have it. We didn't have the debt that y'all was getting. We was hanging out on campus just like everybody else. Yo, what up? Yeah. What's happening, big dog? Nah, man, chilling. Yo, where the hoes at? I had the college experience just like everybody else, minus the debt, minus the classes. And then I drove home. And then I went home. I didn't have to stay on campus in that whack college dorm room that they was paying astronomical prices for with their student loans. Dummies. Yep, we was at Wayne State. We was at Oakland University. We was at all of them. We was at all of them. All of them, all the time, getting the same girls that y'all was getting, except for you was paying to be there, and we was just hanging out. As a matter of fact, we had an even more incentive because we really had to game them chicks down because we needed somewhere to stay for the night. You was able to go back to your dorm room. We had to make sure that we got in her dorm room with her roommate. Talking to all kind of crazy junk on the phone. Yeah, man, because I really do, man. I think I like you so much. I don't think I ever told nobody this before, but I think I'm falling in love. Boy, by the time you got up there to Michigan State, she had told her college, she had told her roommate, hey, can you stay with such and such tonight? I got my boyfriend, I got my man coming up here today. Was telling them all day long, man, I'm in love with you. Next thing you know, she was like, you made a fool of me. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. Boom, boom, boom. You made a fool of me. Tell me why. She's like, I'll play you for your heart. I was like, nah, I'm good. Oh, snaps. Those was crazy, crazy times. Crazy times, bro. Oh, man. I'll play you for your heart. It's like, I don't feel like playing today. You know what I'm saying, Val? Val, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yo. It's been a wild 2 days this week so far. Are y'all part of the Patreon? Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Man, I think I still got some girls' numbers in my phone. I don't even know how I still got these numbers, bro. I wonder if these numbers still work. Have y'all ever seen some numbers in your phone and y'all be like, who is this in my phone? Oh well. Let me see. We'll get to the super chats in a second. We got you on the super chats. We got you. I'll be seeing some numbers in my phone. I'll be like, what's going on? Man, if I call some of these random numbers in my phone, this junk will go. I'm not comfortable. There's some duplicates in here. Should we like pick one a day? I see some old bosses in here. Yo, I got some crazy numbers in here, bro. I need to clean this up. I really do need to clean this up. This is not good. Call one. Oh, snap. I see Fat Man Scoop's numbers in here. Are y'all ready to move on to the next part of the show? How do we even get there? How do we get to the point to where we going through my phone? Dark City ENT says, I got your text message. We got it. We got it. All right, Billy Ray. Try to say that ain't you. Overstock, 50 bodies overstocked in the Chicago funeral home. Yeah, I am familiar with that. I didn't know if y'all wanted me to cover that or not. Moses Prophet says I was in a bad mood, needed that laugh. Hey, man, this is what we do it for. I do it to get y'all through y'all work day, but we do have a couple more subjects that we got to cover. Purple Haze says Swag Bucks pays to take polls on politics. Google it. Q Executive Suite MLE says grocery prices go up all the time. So what? So what? Learn how to shop around. Facts. Grocery stores always have sales. Too broke. Too many kids eat spaghetti. Facts. Courtney Yeager shows us 80. Did you see the new stipulation YouTube put on the money? I heard somebody talking about it. What's up, Billy Ray? AD, would you consider live calls for advice? Sure. I said that I was going to do a segment on that. I said that I was going to do a segment on that. There are sisters named Sarah. All right, y'all. Let's move on. Make sure you guys hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel. You know what? I'm a pivot. Let's do this. I'm going to go to a completely different thing. Got to go with the flow, baby. Speaking of which, I don't want to talk about no flock cameras. But I do want to talk about one more thing at the very least. Got to adjust the volume because they don't be getting it right on these YouTube videos sometimes. Let's go down to decibels. Oh, Gen Z. You may... Oh, I'm so stupid. I can't get that stupid song out of my head. Y'all, the chat is wild. Y'all want me to talk about the YouTube monetization? All right, I'll get into YouTube monetization in a second. We got time. It's snowing in August. Look, listen, honestly, I don't know what y'all talking about. Just because maybe we need to cancel that segment. I don't like that segment. That's not a good segment. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
Well, this next story has a lot of people talking. Gen Z singles, they're facing a romance recession. Young adults are finding out that dating has become too expensive. Between dating app subscriptions and pricey drinks and expensive dinner menus, the average cost of a date has skyrocketed in recent years, forcing singles to spend their nights on the couch rather than out on a night on the town. Business journalist Kristen Myers joins me now to break down the numbers here. And Kristen, certainly a lot of thoughts about this. But one of the things I do want to talk about, according to a poll, or according to poll after poll, young people are dating less than the previous generation. So I'm curious, is money the biggest factor here?
I think that it's both money and then also a little bit of dating fatigue. You kind of hinted at it in your opener, which is that right now, for a lot of Gen Zers to find love, essentially they have to swipe and swipe and swipe on these dating apps. Gone are the days where you go out and you meet people in person at networking events or at hobbies, or frankly just being set up by friends or family members. And I think that fatigue, combined with the exorbitant cost of dating all of these people that you will probably never see again, is making a lot of Gen Zers feel tired and exhausted from the whole dating game altogether.
Well, and while finding a partner could be a challenge economically, I mean, there are some big benefits to a relationship. It can actually save you money. So I'm curious, I mean, how are people like navigating that cost-benefit analysis whenever it comes to potentially saving on things like rent or other benefits?
I don't know that they actually are thinking about that cost-benefit analysis, but you're not wrong.
Long way
Frankly,
into
being in a
crazy.
relationship is financially beneficial. Getting married, or who you marry rather, is going to be one of the most important, actually, I would say the most important financial decision that you are ever going to make. So there's the very practical realities of being in a relationship with someone helps you save on things like rent or bills, but there's also the very real fact that companionship, and we find that married couples, they end up making more money. And frankly, marriage tends to be an economic, particularly for men, it tends to be an economic tailwind for them.
The reason why men that are married make more money is because they have more pressure. So they put more effort into most men. Let me qualify it by saying that. That's not every guy. A lot of guys put way more effort into trying to make more money because they're trying to maintain a lifestyle or they got more responsibilities. And so I find that there's a segment between the different types of guys, and it all breaks down into like 4 or 5 different categories. The first category is the single guy that feels comfortable. His life is okay. He doing whatever it is that he want to do. He don't have any problem dating, and he don't feel like he needs to make any more money to impress anybody. He's not going to put pressure on himself. He's fine doing what he want to do. He knows that he probably should. He knows he can do better in life. He knows one day he's probably going to want a family. But for now, he's comfortable and he ain't tripping about it, and he going to do whatever it is that he going to do. Then you have the second guy. The second guy is the single guy that wants the lifestyle. He wants everything. He wants the big cars. He likes the BMWs. He likes to get super fresh. He's very, very social. And so as a result, he's going to push himself a little bit more or a lot more for his own selfish reasons, which is not a bad thing. Then you have the broke couples, right? And they could be married or they cannot be married. But broke couples tend to surround themselves with other broke people, and they don't necessarily get any further in life because a lot of times he's like, well, this is the way you found me, and so it's not like you're getting anything different. She's usually around her broke friends, and so she's just used to it. They've been together for a long time, and so they're going to rock out with each other. But then you have the majority of men that are in a relationship or are married. They tend to do things a lot more efficiently. They tend to level up a lot more. Not because, oh man, it's just they just do better because they married. It's because they feel like they got a lot more pressure in order to make sure that the family is taken care of. So they push themselves, sometimes even to the brink beyond anything that they thought that they was able to do physically. A lot of times, guys that are in relationships or marriages, they make a lot more money because they have a lot more responsibility and pressure. Has nothing to do with the woman, has everything to do with the situation. Guys generally rise to whatever their circumstance is. That's why I tell women a lot of times, you teach us how to treat you. Oh, y'all don't want to do that. Because if I say that, then that will force you to have to take responsibility for who you are as a woman. You teach us how to treat you. If I treat you like a jump off, it's because that's the parameters by which you set. Now, I could also choose not to deal with you at all if you don't allow for me to treat you like a jump off, right? But the fact of the matter is, you're teaching us how to treat you. We're not going to treat you any differently than what your standards are. We're not going to treat you any different than what your standards are. That's the biggest myth, is that guys, oh my God, they're such a-holes. No, we're a-holes to women that we can be a-holes to. And then we're not a-holes to women that we're not going to be a-holes to. And it's all based off of the and it's sometimes it's things that you don't even realize. Sometimes we notice certain things in you that we automatically are going to be a certain type of way with you before we ever have a conversation with you. Sometimes we already know that you was a bop. So if I know that you a bop, I'm not gonna treat you like some high-end chick because you let Terry bone. That's what he said in what's the name of the wood? You let Terry bone. So you can't expect more from me than you expect from yourself. And that's another reason why I tell guys that don't have any children to stop putting yourself in situations like trying to talk to a single mother. If you do not have children, I recommend to guys to stop talking to a single mother, because you're going to rise to an occasion that you're going to then feel regret for, because you're not going to get any satisfaction out of it. And eventually that kid going to say, "You're not my daddy." Finding love is not hard. Finding love is not expensive. We make it expensive because you put yourself in a situation where you're dealing with people that set standards for you that they don't set for me. I've seen women just want to be around just because they want to be around. And then that same woman will set a completely different standard for another guy that then got to qualify himself. And so he's going into the ringer. Part of the reason why a lot of y'all are in this bad situation is because y'all keep on being on these apps swiping left and right. Swipe, 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 swipe. You on these apps swiping left and right. The apps don't help you. You need to be dealing with people in real life so that you can be able to find out exactly who they are and exactly what their vibe is. And you can read them way better if you're dealing with them in real life. I don't believe in apps. I don't believe in apps. I don't even believe in texting like that. Very few people, most people will tell you that Anton don't really respond to text. And it's not that I'm intentionally not responding to text messages. It's that I don't really be having time. And I'm very, you know what I'm saying? So once I get back to my phone, sometimes I forget. But I think that it's very impersonal to text back and forth with a woman. I could leave a way better impression on you if you meet me in real life. If I meet you organically, or if a guy meets you organically in real life, you ain't going to forget him. You're going to remember what he had on. You're going to remember what he smelled like. You're going to remember how white his teeth is. You're going to remember how good his teeth is. You're going to remember how smooth his head is, all of that type of stuff. We have 5 senses for a reason. When you meet, hey, what's going on? You hug. When you hug somebody, you're basically activating 4 of the 5 senses. Everything except for taste. You can smell them. You can touch them. Right? You're activating all of your senses outside of taste. You can hear them. You can see them. And so because you're using most of your senses, most of the time, it's going to leave an impression. Good or bad, You're going to separate the ones that you're supposed to be with from the ones that you're not supposed to be with. But if you're doing all of this all day long, all you're doing is porn without the clothes off. And a lot of people try to figure out, oh man, how come or how would, bro, it ain't that hard. You just got to be able to, you got to go and you have to actually interact with people in real life. You have to go and you have to interact with people in real life. You can get somebody, corn is not reality. That's why I said it. It's because it's not real. What you see on this isn't as real as when you interact with somebody in real life. Whoever that was that I called, I ain't talked to them in years. And guess what? Remember everything. Oh man, jazz club. Let me get off this phone. But the reason why Gen Z is very difficult with finding love, I don't know any guy that I grew up with, and I'm a geriatric, very tail end of the millennials. I don't know any guy that does not have options galore of whether or not they want to get into a relationship or they want to get married. There's no shortage. There is no shortage. Never a shortage of anybody. Anybody that has options out their earlobes if they decided that they wanted to, if they wanted to get into a relationship. Nobody. I don't know anybody that not one guy that is outside that don't have the opportunity to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Because they are interacting with people in real life. Y'all got to get off these apps. Y'all got to get the hell off of these apps. You got to get off these apps if you want to figure out what life is. I ain't even just talking about love. I'm saying in real life. Come kick it with me at a meetup, for example. Come to the Dallas meetup. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I'm so gorgeous in real life. I smell good. I taste good. You're going to have to use all 5 senses with me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. That's a joke. Don't take it too serious. I'm seriously, come and kick it with me at a meetup. Bro, it's a fun time. Everybody got good energy. Everybody is in a good space. We friends in real life because we really kick it with each other in real life. We really kick it with each other in real life. Come kick it with me. Oh my God. Details on the Dallas meetup. I'm going to post it today. I'm posting it today. I promise you. After I wake up from my vampire sleep, and AD, when you getting a baby mama? I'm thinking about getting one. I was thinking about that the other day. Should I get a baby mama? I got to find out who want to be my baby mama, though. I don't know if anybody... I don't know. Can I make somebody a baby mama, please? Do we have anybody that volunteers as tribute to be a baby mama? You know, it'll be kind of difficult for me because I'm not into younger girls. I'm into black. I like black women. Messy. Why is Messy in the chat so heavy today? Why is Messy in the chat so messy today? She ain't never this messy in the chat. Ever. AD, would you say dating is better for people that live in a big city versus a small city? It depends on what you want. If you just want to date and have fun, then living in a big city is better. If you're actually trying to find somebody that you want to be with, then a small city is probably going to be better for you. Somebody said, where's Ocean at? She got nice teeth. Ocean don't mess with me no more, bro. She might have me blocked, bro. Ocean, my dog. That's my homegirl. Ocean might have me blocked, bro. I want me to make one more phone call before I leave. Oh, man. That's my homegirl. Well, she might have me blocked, though. Oh, man. If y'all say y'all, I'm gonna just do a visual poll. Y'all want me to make a phone call or not? Eric D said no, so I'm taking Eric D's advice. Eric D has my best interest at heart. The chat says no, so the chat gets what they want. All right. The chat said no, so the chat get what they want. Shout out to Eric D. Listen, if y'all want me to make phone calls, then y'all got to talk to Eric D. Eric D is my agent. He's my phone call agent. And it's Eric D's fault. You bringing up tops to the city. Hey, no, on the real though, all jokes aside, I know I'm messing around and stuff with y'all. But all jokes aside, it's been a great show. We had the 4-hour mark. And I need y'all to come and kick it with me in Dallas. And so I'm posting the information for the meetup tonight. For those of you that plan on coming to the Dallas meetup, I need y'all to let me know inside of the chat in the Patreon. Oh, I'm not scared at all. I'm just entertaining y'all. I need y'all to let me know inside of the Patreon if y'all coming to Dallas to come and kick it with me. And we're going to go from there. All right? Let me know in the chat if y'all coming to Dallas to come and kick it with your boy. And this is the greatest show on earth. So I'm going to post that tonight. It's probably going to be after 9 p.m. Eastern when I wake up. And we're going to have a good time. All right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Let me read a couple of more super chats. Says, you seen the latest Dr. Umar interviews? I haven't. I ain't checked for Dr. Umar in a long time, bro. Manny Plays BC says, whenever I hug people, I sneak in a quick take. What? Just a quick lick on the back of the neck. Hey, man, don't do that, bro. You can't do that. You're going to catch a case. Manny Plays BC trying to catch a case. Good God. It's Saturday, Messi. I need to be there so I can pinch you. I'm going to pinch Messi. For real. Jody says she going to be there. All right, let me know inside of the Patreon if y'all going to be there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to holler at y'all later. This is the greatest show on earth, bar none. Ain't nobody messing with me.